Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Mass Effect 2. Again, gonna check up on stream, make sure everything's working right, but after that we can go ahead and continue on here. Obviously we got stuff to talk about, got some Big Brother, probably some other stuff, alright, we're good. So, let's continue on here. So yeah, I mean, Big Brother, obviously, new episode tonight. We also have Australian Survivor, that was on yesterday. I did just finish editing my final tribal video for Survivor, and that was something. I'll say that, again, getting a bit of an earlier start to stream here. I don't plan on going super long. I do work tomorrow, and also I have some errands to run before that, so it's like, ideally don't want to be staying up too late, but then I say that every single time and ends up going late anyway. But either way, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I guess I'll just wait for some people to show up first before really diving into Big Brother and stuff. Okay, where did we even leave off? Did we get Garrus? I feel like we got Garrus. Wait, okay. Let's try. Okay, now exit. I really don't remember. This team status. Yeah, we did get Garrus. Okay. Oh, we're about to. Okay, we're gonna get Morden, and then we. Okay, yeah. Then we're gonna do Horizon. All right, let's go. I forgot we did Kasumi and Zaid's loyalty missions already, so that's kind of funny. So we're literally doing this at the last possible opportunity. We just went to Citadel already too. Okay, there we go. Took forever for that to load for some reason. Yeah, I mean, Big Brother's been interesting. Again, I talked last stream about how I wasn't, like, super, excited by what's going on. I feel like now I'm kind of getting back into it. I think the problem is that we're having so much time where there's a lot of downtime in the season where, like, a lot of these, players are planning so far ahead. But, again, it's starting to get a bit interesting now. Okay, well, that's lovely. For some reason, I just got disconnected from chat. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, I see people are posting, but I can't see the actual post. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're doing, I guess we're doing, Kasumi and Zaid, for whatever reason. This doesn't really matter, does it? I guess we'll do that. Yeah, nothing. Alright, so yeah, Big Brother has been interesting. Again, we're getting set up for Brent Blindside tomorrow. Hopefully it stays that way. I'll be really disappointed if it doesn't. Okay. Hey, Bryce. Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good episode. I mean, I think we're definitely missing a lot. It definitely feels like... we're missing a lot, in particular with, like, Kylan and Tiffany and what they're doing. And a lot of, like, the maneuvering. Like, there's a lot of, like, setup for future weeks, which is a lot of what's going on in the feeds right now. There's a lot of setup for future weeks that just isn't on the show. But in terms of the story that they're telling, I thought it was pretty fun. Again, we got a lot of... oh, wait, I don't even need to do this. I can go straight there. But yeah, obviously we got a lot of Brent's downfall. And that's going to be really fun to see. Yeah, it does look like we're getting a blindside. I hope we get a blindside. I'll be so disappointed if we don't get a blindside because, like, he is so confident right now that he literally thinks he's running the show. Like, he is one of the most cocky players I think I've seen in the history of the show, and it's hilarious. Like, I'm really hoping we get, like, a Dustin from BB-8-esque blindside there. That should be so much fun. I do think there's a chance someone's going to ruin it, though. Again, like, earlier in the week they were talking about ruining it, and then... Wait. Yeah, I think I can do that. But yeah, again, I'm hoping they don't, because it should be so much fun. I mean, if he doesn't go, like, I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It means we lose Brittany, which I wouldn't be opposed to. Yeah, hey Sorquill, hey Zindy Twitch, hey Cole, hey Pab Cruz. I believe you're one of the you are the newest followers. That's cool. Yeah, who do I think is the worst player this season? I mean, I think it's Frenchie. It has to be Frenchie. Again, once I get around to doing the player ranking at the end of season, I'm pretty sure Frenchie's going to be at the bottom. It would be very tough for him not to be at the bottom at this point. Yeah, I was definitely happier this week's stock watch. I feel like it was a lot more accurate. I did make money. I went all in on Kylan. I did not make the optimal move. I did know the optimal move. Like, the optimal move was to go all in on Kylan, with the exception of 2, I think, and then put that on Derek X. Which I thought about. I thought about doing that, and I decided against it just because I wasn't feeling great about... Like, I wasn't feeling super confident about Derek X last week. So I decided to not do it, and it turns out that was the best move. But then again, it was, like, by a little bit. And, like, it's not like I had any chance of being first place anyway, because I fucked up week 1. Yeah, I did move up from, like, 1,400th place to, like, 600. So that's not too bad. What I'm gonna do this week, at least I think, I'm like, I haven't really thought about it too much, but I decided to continue going. Like, I'm gonna keep my stocks in Kylan, but I'm gonna use the extra $20 from this week on Derek X. That's kind of what I decided to do. I do feel like, based on the projections and everything, that they're probably going to be the best buys. I do worry about both Derek X and Kylan, because I do think their positions are starting to wane a bit right now, but I feel like it should hold for another week. And, like, Tiffany, just, there's not much profit to be made from Tiffany anymore, because she's been high for so long that I'm not going to go in on Tiffany, so... yeah, I think I'm going to go for... I'm banking on Kylan being the... Oh, are these enemies? Okay. But I'm banking on Kylan being the best buy for this coming week. And Derek X being someone that makes profit as well. Okay, well, that's lovely. No, I don't think it's Travis, because I think Travis got very unlucky with the circumstances that caused him to be the first boot. Because Travis was, what, the 4th target of the week or something ridiculous like that? Because what, it was Brent first. Brent convinced Frenchie to not target him. Then it was Christian. Christian won wild card. Then it was, who was after? Was it Alyssa? And then, obviously, like, Alyssa and Christian, like, convinced him not to. And then it flipped to Derek X. Derek X won veto, and then it switched to Travis. So it's like, I mean, Travis got very, very unlucky for him to be the person that got booted. Like, I don't think he played well. Like, he's definitely not going to be high on the ranking, but I do think he did less actively wrong than Frenchie and even Brent at this point. I do feel like, for me, it's close between Brent and Travis, just because, okay, I'm not even paying attention to the puzzle. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, I actually got it right. That's amazing. Yeah, I do feel like Brent and Travis are going to be close, because I think Brent at least did one really good thing in him flipping Frenchie at the beginning of week 1. The problem is that everything else has been terrible, while I feel like Travis just didn't really do anything. And it's like, I don't know which one is worse. Like, it's going to be close between those two. Did I just go in here for no reason? I did. Okay, well, that's lovely. Yeah, like, I'm not feeling good about Azza at this point. I do think she's gonna make it a little ways. Like, I do think she's definitely gonna make jury. I don't feel confident about her winning the game at this point. I feel like she had... Oh, we're supposed to talk to this guy. I feel like she's come off as too emotional at this point to have the respect to win a jury vote naturally. I feel like she's going to have to turn it up, and I don't feel confident about Azza to be able to turn it up.
Humans didn't create this plague.
Lies drip from your mouth like the blood from my source.
Yeah, let's see. Who's the target for next week? There's a lot. Yeah, like Alyssa is probably the majority, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of people going all over the place. It's very tough to truly dissect what the plan is gonna land on, but I would say the most likely target is Alyssa. There are some people targeting Hannah. There are some people targeting... Trying to think. Is that no one's targeting the queens right now? No, fuck. I accidentally did that. That was okay. That was me being an idiot. I should have done that. I should have let him die. Actually, wait, can I, do I really want to, like, reload the save just to fucking... Whatever. I fucked that up. I was supposed to do Renegade.
I suppose not.
Either way,
You wish to know.
yeah, Whitney is also someone that's still in contention. Brittany is someone that's still a potential. Like, she's probably someone that will go home as collateral damage if it's necessary. You know, we're just gonna continue on. Like, it's such a minor thing. Like, I wasn't supposed to do that, but whatever. What would happen if Frenchie wasn't HOH? I mean, at that point, you're looking at like such a radically different season. It's tough to really see. I think the Cookout Alliance would still come together. And like the thing is, like, week one, everything was revolving around Frenchie. Like, Frenchie pretty much created almost every alliance that was made week one. And I think just in general, the initial power structure is pretty much dictated by who wins that first HOH most times. So I just think in general, it's kind of tough to really say what would have happened if Frenchie wasn't the first HOH. I don't know what I'm doing. More than likely, though, I think Frenchie could have been the first group. I think I have no confidence in Frenchie's game ability. Again, he came into week two in a position where he was not being targeted by anybody. And he actively put the target on his back. And I have no confidence in him not doing that on any given season or any given scenario. What if Big D wins HOH? He's not trying to win HOH. He doesn't want to win HOH until the final 6, I think is what he said. Which is obviously a choice. What if he wins HOH, though? I mean, like, I think he would go for Whitney. He's been wanting to go for Whitney for a very long time at this point. Like, even week one, he was trying to get Frenchie to target Whitney. So I feel like he'll probably go for Whitney. If he doesn't... I just realized, did we never get a sniper? Where... Okay, whatever. But even if he doesn't go for Whitney and, like, goes along with the cookout and stuff, then at that point he's probably going for... Christian and Alyssa, right? But... like, knowing Big D, like, he is a very chaotic player. And I feel like he would more than likely go against what the majority wants. Okay, well, that's lovely. So I would say probably Whitney. Yeah, Brittany annoyed me this episode, but it's like, I mean, that's kind of Brittany in general. Oh, Kasumi died? Well, that's kind of shit. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing, like, Brittany is someone that is, like, really self-righteous. Like, she's really, like, she just doesn't get that other people, it's like she's very narcissistic in a way. Like, she only thinks about how she's feeling without being able to sympathize with what other people are feeling. It's like she keeps on talking about, like, why do I have to be the one that goes... Okay, well, that's shit. Oh, fuck off, there's a Krogan now. What do I even have here? Charge? That's not gonna do anything. Actually, why haven't I used this? Whatever. I guess we'll use Unity. I don't want to, but fuck it. Okay, well, that's even worse. Whatever. Oz's giving you Devon vibes. I mean, I think Devon, like, I felt better about Devon than I do with Ozza. But, yeah, I mean, I could see the... What the fuck? They both died. Okay, no. But yeah, I could definitely see the comparison. Like, the sense I get, though, is I think Devon at least tries to be more of a strategic player than Ozza does. Like, I don't even think Ozza's trying to play strategically. I do think she's someone that is very... It feels like she, like, thinks about the whole. Like, she plays for the group more than she plays for the individual. Is what it feels like to me. It's like she plays for the cookout and she plays for the jokers, but doesn't really think about how she is going to be affected by things. Fuck off another staircase. What if Derek X wins HOH? Probably Alyssa and Christian at this point, right? Then again, I don't think Derek X wants to win HOH either. I think he's throwing it. A lot of people are going to be throwing it, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Are we here already? Oh. That felt so short.
What else you got?
Alright, we're going to be a Dick to Morden here, so that's going to be fun.
Professor, we're running low on toxin. Use Milano. Plenty on
Here? Yeah, there he is.
Professor Morden Solus?
How do you feel about my winner pick Xavier?
Too well armed to be refugees. No
Not great. I mean, like, I feel okay. Like, he's in there for at least jury, I think. I mean, I believe Claire did say earlier today that she wants, she would consider taking Xavier out pre-jury, which, mind you, there's only 2 more rounds for that, and she doesn't want to win next HOH, so it really only leaves up 1 round. But I feel like Xavier is mostly fine for the short term. I don't think he's good for the long term, though. I think he's too reliant on the cookout right now. And I feel like more than likely he is going to be sniped out of the game at some point by Tiffany and Claire.
Ever heard of an organization called Cerberus?
But he's doing okay. I feel a lot more confident about Kylan at this point than I do with Xavier, which were like the 2 people I was debating on for my winner pick. Mind you, I think Kylan is a more... I think Kylan is a player that's more prone to mistakes, while I feel like Xavier is a player that's too passive for his own good. Like, he's being actively passive, but I think he is still being passive, and through that he's not really setting himself up as well as I would like to, while I feel like Kylan is setting himself up better, but is also doing it in a kind of messy way to where people are catching on to him. Like, at this point, I would have more confidence in Claire and Tiffany for the long term, because it seems like almost everyone wants to take them far at this point. Then again, I have more confidence in Kylan to get to the end of the game than I do with Tiffany. Even though I think they're clearly they're the 2 power players this season. They are the 2 players that are way out in front in my eyes. I feel like Kylan has a harder road to get to the end game stretch, but if he gets there, I have more confidence that he makes the final 2. While Tiffany, I think, has a clearer road to the end game stretch, but I don't think she makes the final 2. Or I think it's like less likely that she makes the final 2.
A doctor doesn't have much chance against a Vorcha horde. You shouldn't have sent him.
Not ready for the wrap tomorrow. I think, from what I understand, I believe they told her no, right? I might be wrong on this. I haven't been following things too closely, but I believe she's not going to do a wrap tomorrow. But, yeah, maybe she does.
Let's head for the environmental plant.
Yes, good. Restore power. Release fuel.
Yeah, it feels like in this playthrough, I turned it down, right? I turned down the difficulty. I was playing on Sandy for a while, but then I turned it down because I was just like, fuck this. Yeah, casual. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know why our allies are still dying. I'm pretty sure in my casual playthrough, like, my allies never would die, so I don't know why they're doing that now. But whatever. Do I still not have a sniper? I guess I don't. That's kind of shit. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll keep that. Do I think Brittany would put up Kylan and Xavier? No. I think she would have earlier this week. At this point, I do think she's leaning towards Alyssa right now, and Christian. I believe she was talking with Azza just like a few hours ago that Alyssa, Christian, and Whitney are her 3 possible nominees. So I think that's more than likely where she's going to go. Which, I mean, to be fair, that makes me feel a little bit better about Kylan, because that was, again, like one of the few scenarios where Kylan could go up, and again, there was talk even earlier this week about her putting up Kylan and Tiffany, which I think is like the only situation where Kylan goes home, or has a chance of going home. Where I feel like at this point, Kylan should be safe for next week, which is why, again, I'm keeping my stock in Kylan in the stock watch, but I'm definitely going to be probably selling it the week after, because I think it's starting to get to the point where I do think Kylan is going to have some people targeting him. I mean, Claire is talking about how she wants him out early jury right now, which is not particularly great for him, especially because it does seem like he's kind of I mean, like, I guess he isn't, like, he I was gonna say that he doesn't know that Claire's against him, but then again, he has talked to Tiffany about wanting to take Sarah Beth further than Claire. Which, by the way, I mean, Sarah Beth and Xavier have Kylan have fucked up. Where now Tiffany and Claire know that they're like a secret duo. And I don't think that's great for either of them. Because I do think before this, I do think Tiffany and Claire would have been more open. Okay, that person was just T-posing. I do think they would have been more open to give Sarah Beth more information. Well, now they've talked about how they're going to stop doing that. So that's not great either. Yeah. What do you think of Edgic for Australian Survivor so far? It's a clusterfuck. My number one contender, and this is the number one contender I've had since like the end of last week, is Flick. I do feel pretty good about Flick's edit right now, even though I do think she was a bit quiet earlier in the week. I do feel like this last episode is particularly good for her, where she pretty much narrates almost every scene at the Braun Tribe. And she also had a segment in the premiere episode, episodes 2 and 3. She was like set up as the swing. You had, am I out of ammo? Oh, well, that's lovely. You also have her being shielded during the Benny episode, where again, she was one of the only people to not flip on Benny, yet she gets almost no content in that episode, which I think is, again, shielding. Again, if this was US, that would be a good sign in her looking like a winner, because they would be shielding the winner from making or being on the outs of a vote, which is a thing that US typically does. Again, Australia, I have no clue, because like Australia, Edgic is fucked. But I feel good about Flick from an edit standpoint. I would say beyond her, I would say, like, Baden has a weird edit, where, like, I think if we're looking at, like, US trends, I do think Baden, like, has a pretty consistent edit so far. The problem is I don't... Okay, well, that's lovely. The problem is that, like, I don't know, I just don't get the vibe that he's the winner. Like, he's still, like, I don't remember what my power rankings were. I make a power ranking after every episode, but I don't remember what they are at this point. But, like, Baden, I think, is, like, around the 4 or 5 spot. Because, like, I mean, I think, like, we're looking technically at his edit. Like, his edit isn't bad, but I just don't really have much faith in him. And then, who else do you have? Shannon is interesting. I think I thought Shannon was number 1 for me after the first 2 episodes. I do feel like since then she's kind of dropped a bit. I'm kind of getting the sense that she is going to be like an early merge boot at this point, but I think she's still a contender. Who else do you have? I've talked about this already. I think the winner's from the Braun Tribe. That's the vibe I get. I think if we... I mean, like, to be honest, I don't even know who would be that big of a contender from the Brain Tribe outside of Beta at this point, because, like, I felt like Haley had a good premiere, but I feel like her edits just completely dissipated since then, with her not getting any content on the episode where she's the swing vote, and, like, her not being able to talk about her thoughts on anything, like, where instead Rachel gets the content there. Like, I feel like that's terrible for her. Where, again, if this was like a winner's edit, they would want to be like propping her up during this like episode that's very important to her strategically. Yeah, she gets no content, so I feel like that's really bad. Who else is there? I mean, George is George. He's whatever. Not a winner edit, I don't think. But I don't think he's out of the realm of possibility because this is Australian Survivor. Kara's ridiculous. And who else is there? I was feeling okay about Big D at the end of last week. I'm out on Big D at this point. Big D as in Diney, I think is his name, from Australian Survivor, not Big D from Big Brother US. To be fair, I'm out on both of them, but I don't feel like... I feel like he's another one that, like, very clearly the Benny vote was his decision, yet he gets almost no content surrounding it, where the next episode, all the credit is given to Shannon in the edit, despite Shannon very clearly having almost nothing to do with it. So I feel like, again, don't feel great about him winning either. I think that's I think Danny has a sliver of a chance. Her edit's been really small, but I did notice that she did get some strategic credit on the episode where Benny goes home, which I think was a good sign for her, and she didn't get much content on the episodes where her alliance was out of the numbers. So it's like, I think there's a sliver of a chance of her, but again, like, I just don't know if we're seeing enough from her. But yeah.
Shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
I'm trying to get caught up on chat here. I'm pretty far behind. Who's the contenders for next HOH? I'm trying to think. Who's trying? We have... Well, I think all of the Jokers are trying. Actually, Brittany has talked about how she's gonna try to throw it to the other Jokers for some reason. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. No, because Big D's not gonna try. So I guess really it's Ozza. I guess Ozza's trying. I think all the Kings are gonna try at this point. Maybe not Sarah Beth. I don't think Sarah Beth is, but I mean, like, Alyssa and Christian, I think are gonna try. I don't remember what Whitney's doing, but I'm pretty sure Derek X is gonna throw it. Hannah has talked about throwing it for a while, but I do believe she just got warned that she might be in danger, which, if that's the case, then maybe she'll try. And then all the Queens are going to throw it. So, again, that's very few people that are actually trying. Obviously, depending on the HOH, like, someone that isn't trying could still end up winning. Like, Xavier, I'm pretty sure, like, even though he said on the show that he wanted to win this HOH, I'm pretty sure he was not trying in that HOH. I'm pretty sure he won by mistake. But, and so really it means nothing, but, I would say, like, Ozza... Maybe Whitney, Alyssa, and Christian are probably the ones that are trying the most coming in this HOH. And I'm... Okay. Well, that's something. Oh, yeah, fuck. I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to be going here. Why aren't you running? I'm holding the run button. Whatever. Fuck it. Alyssa and Christian are, they're being targeted because they're, well, it's one, because they're showmans, two, because they're in the Kings, which is perceived to be the strongest team at this point, especially because, like, they're the only team with all their numbers still. And also Alyssa, I don't even fully get why, but Alyssa is being perceived as, like, this centerpiece in the game, where, like, she has relationships with everybody, which I don't fully get why. because I don't feel like that's really the case. But again, she is being targeted because of that. So there was a point earlier this week though where Christian was going to be targeted as a bigger physical threat, but I believe it has flipped back to Alyssa. Actually, yeah, Alyssa was going to be the target at the end of last week. There was a lot of talk about that, and then eventually it kind of went away, where the queens like decided, okay, let's do this later, and then yeah, obviously the talks resumed this week, to where it does look like that's the most likely outcome, which also means that the royal flush is pretty much going to be done. Which also means that there's essentially been no real alliance that has stayed true to each other the entire time at this point. Because even the cookout, like the cookout's a disaster at this point. It's like, yeah, they're sticking together. I'm about to die. But it's like, they all have like radically different agendas. Okay. So yeah, it's like none of these people are actually staying loyal to their alliances, which is interesting. Does it just take us there? Yeah. Why does it even bring up the objective of return to Morden when it just like transports us there anyway? Whatever. Yeah, again, trying to get caught up here. Do you think Simon may get blindsided with 2 idols in his pocket? I think that's definitely a like. I mean, I think that's definitely, there's definitely a chance of that. I think his edit could go 2 ways. I think it could either be setting himself up for like a massive blindside, or I think he's probably going to be like an early merge boot where he's kind of like a David-esque figure on the season. I think it could be 1 of the 2. I think either. I feel very confident that he's going to be blindsided with an idol in his pocket at this point. I feel like that's almost all but guaranteed. I mean, I do think there's a sliver of chance that he's getting potential winners at it. Like I think he's like, I don't remember where I'm at, and like I think he's like around number 5 or so on my power rankings. But I think more than likely he's being set up for a fall, especially with like him finding the idol and then him saying that no one saw me, and then we instantly get a confessional from Gerald saying I saw Simon find the idol. So yeah, not something that's super like, oh, engine with 100 bits, thank you. Again, I don't have notifications set up here, but I believe first donation there. Thank you for that. Yeah, when was the last time that we had blindside of 2 idols in their pocket? Yeah, I think Kelly, yeah. But before that, it's been a while, right? Like I know Survivor South Africa has had it in Champions, which was 2014. But I think beyond that, I can't even like I don't remember when the last time.
Unexpected, elusive man branching out, maybe. Not so.
To be honest, there probably are examples that I'm just like they're just slipping from my mind from more recent seasons. But yeah, I think Kelly's the obvious one. But yeah, obviously James in China. Obviously, I mean like that was the like first one. But like I'm pretty sure it's happened after that though.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need.
You thought Joey was the top brain to win. I think Joey's being set up for a fall. I think he is probably going to be someone that is going to dominate his tribe in the pre-merge. But like, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. Oh, I was about to hit that. I shouldn't hit that.
Effects not simultaneous. Intriguing, fascinating.
Oh, we're going to have to let him talk?
Signs of resistance.
Why is it the Paragon option?
Marvelously advanced. But what?
This isn't a game. We've lost thousands of people.
Yeah, Gerald's getting an interesting edit. I think he's number like 8 or 9 on my power rankings. I don't think he's the winner, but again, like he is getting some positive content here and there.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. We're going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything like
yeah, it really suspicious. Yeah, that George, that they have that tribe swap gimmick there. I do feel I feel like 100% was set up for George. It would have definitely benefited George the most there. Mind you, again, Australian Survivor does this all the time of like non-elimination episodes. But this one in particular, of him getting his swap tribes, like that very much felt like they were trying to help out George there. I wonder if production was like, fuck, when like Kara played the idol for George. Like, I'm sure that was like a thing they weren't really planning on. Because that screamed out to me as like a
Shepard, how can I help?
kind of a last second sort of thing. Do I? Well, yeah, let's talk about upgrades, because I do need to get certain upgrades here.
Yes, expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Yeah, Australian Survivor's editing is terrible. Like, this episode in particular, or not this episode, the episode 5, so like what was that, Monday night's episode, had only 6 people getting confessionals out of, was it 20 people in the game? So, that was ridiculous. Am I gonna bother upgrading these? Wait, where did I get all this stuff from? Wait, what did he tell me to make? Oh, that's just for him. Well, fuck him. I'm not gonna upgrade his Omni
Let me
tool.
know if upgrades you can install them whenever you like.
If Kara wins, would she be below Christy? Yes.
I'll let you work.
She actively lost the game. Actually, I don't know. I mean, to be fair though, it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably. Like, again, to be fair, Christy also technically lost the game and got saved by a non-elimination twist, and also Kara, like, technically wasn't getting voted out, and like didn't get the majority of the vote. Like, it would have been George if she had not played Idol on him. So it's like, it's kind of tough to really assess that in terms of a winner ranking. But either way, I mean, she would be bad. I mean, she would be there with Christy. Oh fuck, we're about to do Horizon. Okay, let's just do Horizon now. I might as well just do it. We'll talk to everyone after Horizon, because I don't think they have anything new to say until then. Who's worse, Christy or Michelle Fitzgerald? Christy. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, like, it's Christy. I know that for sure, but I think there's, like, a decent gap between the two on my winner ranking. They're both bottom tier, obviously, but it's like, I'm pretty sure, like, Christy, I'm pretty sure is below any US winner. Like, Christy's worse than Bob, in my eyes. But then again, Christy is not the worst winner. There are worse. But yeah. Do you think George will be... Yeah, I mean, didn't someone mention that last stream? That George reminds them of Dan from BBAU? Which, yeah, I think, yes. I think that's a very apt comparison. Very similar style of characters, both people that seem to be production's favorite. Yeah, it was Jack Friedman, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's a very, very apt comparison.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
This is the most warning we've ever
How's
had,
George
Shepard.
playing? George is playing terribly, but that's why he's amazing. I mean, George is exactly what I expected him to be. I mean, like, in the preseason, he's exactly, like, you see this guy, you hear him talk, it's like, yeah, I kind of know how this guy's going to do. He has found an idol, and wasted it, and then he had an ally find an idol, and then she played the idol on him only for her to be voted out, and then she got saved by a non-elimination twist. So, yeah.
Yes.
Friedman. Okay, it's Friedman. Alright. Wait, what's going on here? Wait, why did we get called to Morden? Whatever. Who's the worst player to win Survivor? That's gonna be coming up. I think it's next week, right? I think that's finally coming out. I think next Saturday, my Survivor winner player ranking is finally coming out. I mean, I've already said it, though. It's Bob. For US, it's Bob. If we're talking about international, like, plus international, I haven't really, like, thought about it too much, but it's like, it probably, like, Bob's still up there. I mean,
Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame
I'm trying to think. It's like, is Guy Leach worse?
It's nothing personal.
It's like you have guy. I think Vanessa's
What is that?
better, I guess. From SA1. Guy Leech is like, that's a tough one. I think they're very close. Christie, I think I would say Christie is better? Maybe? I guess? like, I don't know who's better between Bob or Christie as a player. Like, it's very, very tough. Yeah, I'm just doing US for this next video. For the winner player ranking, it's just US. Okay, maybe down the road I'll do both, but just for this next one, it's US. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, Christie's a weird one, because it's like, I think Christie gets the strategic game. It's just that she didn't enact it, but she thinks she enacted it. So it's like, it's weird. Like, I don't know how to really, assess her as a player. But it's like, I think it's got, I think, if I were to go off my gut right now, I would say Guy Leech or Bob are the worst. Like, Guy Leech is essentially Andrew Savage. And it's like, is Andrew Savage better or worse than Bob? Like, Guy Leech is essentially Andrew Savage, but Andrew Savage got the return at the final 5. And went out from there, essentially. Yeah. Yes, I will do a Big Brother one, too. I haven't done it yet, though. But, like, I'm gonna have to wait for the end to be between 3 at this point. But, I definitely think I'll do that at some point. If I were to guess, I would say early next year, probably. Which, by the way, I did... Oh, yeah, I haven't done all those. I did record my losing Final Tribal performance video today, which completely fucked me up. It's such a long video. It's like, ugh. It is my second longest recording in the history of the channel. My winner ranking, my global winner ranking, was 3 hours and 40 minutes of raw audio. My second longest was the global season ranking, which was 2 hours and 50 minutes. This losing Final Tribal performance video is 3 hours and 17 minutes long. So, yeah, that took forever. That's gonna take forever to edit too. I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see how it goes. I just finished editing my Final Tribal ranking, which it was uploading right when I started stream. It's probably done by now, but again, it's not going to be out until October as of right now. What am I doing here? I guess we'll do Shockwave is probably the one that I would use most. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Okay. Again, we still don't have a sniper, which is really annoying, but whatever. Or acid silver 6,600. I think I got mine to like 8,000, I think it was, by the end of it. I forgot exactly. I feel like 8,000 sounds right, but that might be completely off. But it was like well above the max. That's it, even on the bar, so yeah. Yeah, like if Andrew Savage got voted out of like Pearl Islands, came back at the final 5, and then won like 2 immunity challenges, that's essentially Guy Leech in my eyes. But even then, like, Guy Leech also gets like super lucky because like he doesn't even actually win out. He like wins. Wait, he comes back at final 5. He loses the first immunity challenge, but he now I'm trying to remember what was the situation. He loses the first immunity challenge, was the initial target, but then Justin, who was the other person he came back into the game with because they decided to bring back 2 people at the final 3, he convinces the women to flip on David, and David gets voted out there. Again, Guy Leech does nothing to actually make that happen. At the final 4, he wins immunity. in a situation where the vote ends up being a tie, and they decide to throw in this twist of the tiebreaker being that the jury gets to vote out the player, which again obviously favors the two people that got voted back in from the jury. And then at the final three, the other guy that came back in with him wins immunity and takes him to the end. Which, again, you can say, like, oh, you can give Guy credit for, like, having someone take him to the end, but even then, it's like, again, obviously there is going to be this bond there from them being in Ponderosa together, which, by the way, they were in Ponderosa. It's ridiculous. Like, the entire Guy Leech situation is the most, like, asinine thing to happen in English Survivor. From a game standpoint, obviously not including, like, the Dan situation or anything like that. Yeah, like from a gameplay standpoint, I think that's like the most ridiculous thing that happened. Is that Guy Leech comes back at the final 5 and wins out. Like again, the merge boot of that season comes back in the game and wins out.
That ship's blocking communications. We're on our own now.
Why is Andrew Savage bad? Andrew Savage isn't that bad, to be honest. But like in comparison to winners, I don't think he's like up there. Like Andrew Savage isn't the worst player in the world. I just feel like he's also someone that has almost no chance of winning the game. Like he's always going to be this like domineering figure on whatever tribe he ends up going on, but he's always going to be the figurehead for that alliance. And we saw that in Cambodia, where like he's the figurehead for like Jeremy and Joe, to where he's the one that gets targeted with the idol play. And I feel like that's essentially the position he's in every time, to where he's either like taken out by the initial minority as like the first person to get taken out of the majority, or he is someone that gets taken out by his own majority once they get down in numbers. I do think Pearl Islands is probably one of his best scenarios, though. Again, like I think of Pearl Islands, if Drake, well, if Morgan ends up going to the merge with the numbers, like what he get, and they get to the final. I mean, I guess at that point it would be final 4, considering Austin quit. If you're really going to consider, I'm thinking, okay, this is like a weird scenario anyway. But again, like I think at that point it comes down to Rhino and what Rhino wants to do. But I think there's at least a chance he gets towards the end in that situation, or gets taken to the final 2.
Victims were impaled on giant spikes to turn them into husks. I haven't seen any.
Could you do a BB Can winner player ranking? Probably. To be honest, that probably will... Actually, yeah, if I'm going to do it, I might as well make it into a series. So I'll probably do BB Can, BBUS, Australian Survivor, Survivor South Africa, International Survivor, because that's kind of what I've been doing. So yeah, I mean, I think that'll probably be what I end up doing there, whenever I get around to doing that. I'm already doing this Final Juror series, though, so I guess I'll have to wait until after that, but... So I guess at that point it probably won't be until like mid 2020. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I haven't scheduled anything like. Well, I've scheduled stuff for next year, but I haven't scheduled any Big Brother Survivor videos for next year outside of that Final Juror ranking and anniversary videos. So I haven't fully figured out like what I want to do with like if I'm gonna do like more Big Brother What If videos or. What rankings I'm going to do and that sort of thing. Well, I know a certain rank I'm going to do, which I'm not looking forward to, but I do want to do it. And it's probably going to be my new longest video once I get around to doing it, but which will be global runner-up ranking for Survivor, which will take for fucking ever, but again, that'll be for sometime next year. More than like the current plan is for that to be the 3-year anniversary video for the channel, which will be February. But again, I haven't worked on it or anything yet, so. Which again, like through me recording the Losing Final Tribal Performance video, I've recorded every video that I can record for this year at this point. For this year's worth of videos. Again, obviously there's a lot of stuff that I can't do yet. Got a lot of reviews of seasons, got player rankings, got I got a lot. Like you got you got Australian Survivor, Survivor South Africa, Big Brother 23. You got Survivor 41 stuff. You have the challenge at the end of the year. You have reality TV, like 2021 in review, whatever the fuck that video is going to be called. I forgot why I called those videos, but whatever. You got that. Got that Top Games of the Generation video.
Stuck in stasis.
You got a lot of stuff that I can't just like do just yet, but out of the stuff that I can do right now, I have recorded all of that stuff, which thank God, because I hate the recording process on the channel. Like, it's literally my least favorite part. So at least that's done. Even though, again, just coming, like, in less than 2 weeks is what or I guess in 2 weeks is going to be the BB23 mid-season power ranking. And then we got Australian Survivor mid-season power ranking in I think 3 weeks is what I'm estimating. I have calculated this out that I believe the merge episode is typically episode 15, I think. So that would put us about 3 weeks from now. But we'll see.
I am assuming direct control.
Is it over 100 runners up? I don't think so. I think it's just on. I think it's like 80 something. Oh, what the fuck? Because, well, I know there's 65 US. Well, I guess by then it actually will be 2 more, wouldn't it? But either way, 67 US. And then how many are there international? I think it's like 20 something. But then again, I guess actually, yeah, we're going to be getting more. But again, either way, I mean, like, I think it's like 20. I don't even remember how many runners, like, international survivor ones there are. But either way, I think it's like around 25 or so. So that would put us at around 90. Fuck me. Yeah, I mean, that's something. That will be fun, obviously. To be honest, I do also plan on that being essentially an updated runner-up ranking as well, because obviously my runner-up ranking is one of my most controversial videos, and I do feel like there are certain things I would change, and I think that'll be my like chance to make those changes. So that video kind of serves 2 purposes there. I am a fucking idiot. Why? Okay, whatever. For some reason, like, I'm just like stuck there. Die already, please. Thank you. I really hate the collectors as the enemy type. Like, they're just really fucking annoying. Collectors and husks, both of them, which is the majority of the enemies in this area. Oh, fuck off. Okay. I was gonna read chat real quick, but I guess I would do the puzzle. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I didn't hit that. There we go. Which, by the way, the final tribal ranking ended up being a little bit over an hour long. Which, again, that's the shortest of the 4 finale-based videos, rankings I've done. So that's obviously gonna be fun.
Get out here.
Yeah, I definitely like died more. Like the what was it? The IFF mission is such a fucking pain, and I hate that mission so much from a gameplay standpoint. Because it's pretty much just all husks, and if I was playing on Insanity, I think I would lose my mind during that section. Am I going to do a finale episode ranking? Yes, I already recorded it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Since you're new to the chat here, I guess I should also say I'm also doing a premiere ranking that's coming out before the 41 premiere. Essentially, what happened is I recorded that 41 ranking. I mean, the 41 ranking, the premiere ranking, last year before Survivor got delayed, or whatever, postponed, whatever you want to call it. And the plan was to always have it come out before the premiere of 41, but with it being delayed, I was like, well, fuck, I gotta delay this now. So the premiere ranking's been in the back burner for a very long time. But yeah, that's coming out, I think as of right now, at the beginning of September. Again, there could be things that change things up, but as of right now, it should be beginning of September. Finale ranking should be at the beginning-ish of December, before the finale of 41. And when I did that, I decided, well, if I'm going to watch all the finales, I might as well do these other videos associated with watching all these finales, which were ranking every Final Tribal and ranking every Final Tribal performance, which that's split into 2 videos, one that's a winning Final Tribal performance and one that's a losing Final Tribal performance. Because if I made that one video, I would fucking lose my mind, considering the total runtime for the raw audio for both of those videos ended up being over 5.5 hours. So yeah, that is the plan right now. As of right now, I think the date for the final tribal ranking is like was it October 23rd? It's like it's towards the end of October. Both the final tribal performance videos are mid-November. They're 1 week apart, and then finale ranking, as I said, early December.
It's probably just better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you.
Yeah, I would have put Chrissy higher.
Good luck.
To be honest, I wouldn't put her as high as like the general consensus would, but like she would be higher. Like she would be around what Carolyn is, which I think is like in the like high teens. I think like 18, 19. But then again, if we're adding international, obviously like things can change there. Why did I get Paragon? I didn't pick any Paragon options. Whatever. But yeah, Chrissy would be higher. I remember like when rewatching these finales, I had some differing opinions. I don't remember exactly what those were anymore though. But there are definitely some games I would reassess. I think like Kelly Wigglesworth, like a lot. Kim Johnson is a big one. Kim Johnson's one I really would reassess.
If I must tell you, Shepherd, I will.
But yeah, for the most part, it is mostly the same. Like I think like a lot of the controversial ones, like for them, like outside of Chrissy, are pretty much the same. Like my party assessment is still the same. But there are some other ones that would definitely change. BB Can 6 player ranking. Paris is definitely above Kayla. To be honest, I don't even know if I think Johnny is above Kayla and Derek. Like I mean, I think there's an argument for Derek being above Kayla. I don't think Kayla played that good of a game. But yeah, I mean, she's probably like, what, 4? Like, number 1 would be Paris, number 2 would be Johnny. And then again, at that point, it's like, I guess Kayla could be 3. But I think you can argue Derek. Try to think who else. Will wouldn't be that high. Maddie wouldn't be as high. Olivia would be interesting. Yeah, I haven't thought this through, but Olivia would be interesting, actually. I don't know where Olivia would land. I mean, I think Kayla would be above Olivia. Yeah, so I mean, Kayla would be 3 or 4. Probably 3. I think she would probably be above Derek because she was better positioned overall. Even though Derek had a better chance of winning. Not that one. This one. Shit. Fuck off. There we go. Rosina or Andrew? That's actually tough. I don't know. Like, Rosina, like, did nothing. But then again, like, at least Rosina had people fighting to keep her, though, right? I think Andrew would be at the bottom. I think. Because what, Jesse wouldn't be at the bottom. Yeah, I think Andrew would be at the bottom, probably. What the fuck is this fight? This is a fight I remembered hating when I was a kid. I had, like, no difficulty with it last time, but, like, now this is also... Wait, who died? Oh, fucking Zaid died. Ugh. Well, that's lovely. Oh, they're both dead. Well, that's even better. This is such a dumb fight. Should I just use... Yeah, let's use grenade launcher. Oh, wait, fuck, that was a waste. He was almost dead anyway. Okay, well, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm still almost dead. Okay, well, I guess not anymore. Well... Like, thank God we're not playing on Insanity. If I was playing on Insanity, I would lose my mind at this point. Yeah, that was terrible. Like, that's why, that's pretty much the reason why I gave up on Insanity, by the way, because I knew sections like this were coming up. And, like, if I was having that much difficulty with the Krogan fucking section, then it's like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna get through this. What am I doing? I'm trying to switch this gun. Wait, why is this pistol so okay. I feel like this is a different pistol than what I was using earlier.
The transmitter.
Either way. Near, oh yeah, Reincarnation. I don't even know what that is. Like, I know it's a mobile game, but like I don't know much about Near Reincarnation outside of that. By the way, I did play a little bit more of Near Replicant still, not as far as I would like to be, but I did get to I'm towards the end of ending A, I'm pretty sure, because all I have left out of those, like the 5 things you have to get in part 2, all I have left is Sacrifice. So, like, I'm pretty sure I'm towards the end. Thing is, like, I probably won't have time to play any tomorrow, because I have some errands I have to run before work, then I have work, and then afterwards you got Survivor South Africa and Big Brother, so it's like I probably won't have time tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to finish it up on Friday if I can.
Let's load up. When the collectors notice, we'll have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, Maddie and Bobby, like, that's not a combination I would have ever thought about. But
we'll stop them. Easy enough. Maybe
not. Is Josh Martinez a great character? Yes. I think he is a bit overexposed at this point with him being on the challenge every season, but I mean, outside that, I do think he is a good character. Okay. You don't want to see Julie Chen tomorrow? I actually feel like it should be interesting tomorrow, because again, if Brent gets blindsided, I am interested in seeing what Julie does. Like, is Julie going to like tell him? Like, is she gonna like fully? Okay, fuck up. Like, what's she gonna end up telling him? I think that's gonna be the interesting thing with Julie Chen tomorrow. Like, is she gonna be like? Is she gonna do? Oh, what the fuck? Is she gonna? Oh, okay, well that's lovely. Is she gonna do like a committee thing like last season, where she would just like tell everyone that, oh, the committee's been running the game, when like really the committee hadn't been running the game, while she was saying that, and then later turned out the committee did run the game. Like, is she gonna say, oh, the Royal Flush, they're running the game? When, like, obviously, like, now the Royal Flush is, like, targeting each other. Like, I feel like that should be interesting. Yeah, I did do the ship section as well. Was that new? Okay. That's interesting, because, like, I did very much notice that this definitely feels like filler. Because, like, it very much felt like, because, it didn't lead to anything from a, from the, like, main plot standpoint, so I did feel like it felt a bit out of place, even though the section itself was fine. Like, it wasn't like boring or anything. Like, it's just like it definitely felt like it wasn't necessary. Yeah, I did not know that was original to this version, though.
Bypassing fail-safes and attempting emergency power-up. Please hold a defense
Come on. I got stuck at the fucking Forest of Myth for way longer than I should have, because I just wasn't paying attention. Because obviously, like, it asks you, like, it has this like long scroll of text, and it asks you questions afterwards about what's in it, and then it turns out they fucking change the answer every time. So it's like I kept on getting it wrong over and over again because I wasn't paying attention. So, like, I actually got stuck on that section for like probably like 20 minutes because I'm just an idiot. But okay. But as of right now, I still want to do a video on Near Replicant. I don't know exactly how I'm going to approach it, though, because, like, as of right now, I don't think I'm going to go for ending C, D, or E. But I'll probably end up watching a Let's Play, but, like, I might make it into a, I don't know what kind of video I'll do, but it won't be, like, a full-on, like, in-depth... I don't know. Like, I'm thinking it'll probably be like my experience with sort of thing, where I talk about it from more of a personal standpoint. But we'll see. Wait, do we? Oh, there's more enemies. Lovely. Yay, more husks. Exactly what I wanted. But I've been enjoying Nier Replicant so far. I do remember some of it. I do feel like I know a pretty major plot twist in the end game, but
This hurts you.
like I've still been enjoying it as a whole. I do feel like if I do make the video, I'll definitely talk about my background with Nier. Which, okay, well that's lovely. Which that'll be a part of the video, at least. What the fuck is going on? Why am I losing? Okay. Let's try to go over here. Okay. How much do I think Julie Chen gets paid? I have no clue. I'm sure way too much. I can guarantee you that.
I bet there's more coming.
Thoughts on whoever the jury votes for deserves the win. That is true. Like, that doesn't mean that whoever the jury voted for is who I would have voted for. But I think whoever the jury voted for on that individual season deserved to win that season. But that doesn't mean I have to agree with that decision. Because at the end of the day, like, the game is to get the jury to vote for you. Like, that is how you win Survivor. And if you don't get the jury to vote for you, then you fundamentally failed at what the game is. Okay, fine. Like, even though there's, like, BS situations here and there, it's like, okay, well, that's bad. At the end of the day, like, the general statement is technically true. But I do feel like there are certain situations that are a bit iffy. Okay. That's lovely. What do I want to do here? Actually, why am I not already doing that? And then, I guess what she said. I mean, to be honest, it really doesn't matter. Okay. Why can't I ever... Oh, now I can. Okay, well, that's lovely. I died. Whatever. Yeah, do you know which girl you're thinking about from Survivor? Yeah, Brianna Varela is definitely a good answer there. I had a crush on Brianna Varela, by the way, when I watched Survivor Guatemala for the first time. Yeah, about the Nier Replicant. But yeah, it was definitely, you could definitely tell it was like kind of like outside of the main story. But yeah, it was definitely a cool like boss battle there. Yeah, so I assumed that was the case. Like, once you said that, like, it was extra content, I assumed that meant that it probably leads into the new ending. Because, like, why else would it be there then? Unless they just randomly decided to add in a boss battle for no reason. But again, like, to make it so it's like a forced thing for you to do within the main story, it makes no sense for them to do that unless it was okay. Well, this is lovely. Unless it was important to the new ending. Not what I meant to do, but whatever. Wait. Let's do... I don't want to do charge. Pole doesn't do anything on it, right? Shockwave. We can do shockwave. Fuck. Oh, of course Saeed died, because... What else is Saeed good for? Are you thinking about Lauren O'Connell? I don't feel like you are. I feel like you're definitely thinking about Brianna Varela. Okay, well, that's a little bit. Or like Brooke Struck. I feel like that's definitely the person you're thinking about. Or was it Morgan McDevitt? Okay.
Try again.
Fuck. Okay, well that was terrible. Ran out of ammo. Okay, well that's pointless. Actually, why am I not using the grenade launcher? I'm just a fucking idiot. Oh, are they both dead at this point? Well, that's lovely too. I can only revive one. Oh, wait, did they both revive? Fuck this boss battle. I really hate this boss battle. Again, we're playing this on the easiest difficulty too. So it's like, how the fuck would I get through this insanity? Oh, fuck off. Whatever. Whatever, we beat it. That was terrible. Yeah, Erica, whatever her last name is, from Fiji. That's definitely it. You've never watched Guatemala? Guatemala's like one of my favorite, like, underrated seasons. Yeah, it's, those are all the early boot women from Guatemala. What, Morgan McDevitt was, what, the second boot? She was like a magician's assistant or something like that. Brianna Varela was the third boot. She was like a hairdresser, I believe, or something like that. But like, she's like one of the most like notable, like, who the fuck is this person people in the history of Survivor. And then you have Brooke Struck, who was like swap screwed, but also like just like a nothing figure.
You'd all be on that ship.
Shepard. Wait. I know that name. Sure, I remember you.
Yeah, definitely, Guatemala is definitely an underrated season in the grand scheme of things. Oh, fuck, I forgot Caden shows up. Ugh.
Savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan.
He sounds so overly dramatic. I've only seen this, like, with Caden, like, probably once or twice in my life.
I'm done with you Alliance types.
I do like how they play the Mass Effect 1 music in the background, though. Yeah, not gonna bother.
A reunion has to wait. Cerberus brought me back to stop attacks.
I mean, you can say something about Lauren O'Connell if you want. Is there a chance the Australian Survivor could have the UTR female winner edit?
Of course, you already know.
I mean, there's a chance. I don't feel like Australian Survivor is the show to do that typically. I feel like Australian TV just in general is very in your face. Where again, like going to like with Big Brother Australia and stuff, it's like they're very much like not
Cerberus and I want the same thing.
High on the hiding in plain sight sort of thing. Like, I don't think we'll get like a Natalie White edit on Australian Survivor. I feel like they would. I feel like Christie is the closest we got, and even then, like, I feel like they made it pretty clear at points that Christie is someone to look to look out for.
You need to focus on what's happening now. You saw it yourself. The collectors are targeting humankind.
I didn't even see that. Yeah, he said under the racer.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus.
Ashley Ashby, I mean, okay, I would have definitely had a crush on Ashley Ashby if
what if they're working with the collectors?
This was back in Palau times.
Can't take your eyes off Cerberus.
You DM'd Frenchie? Oh, yeah, I did see that he's on Twitter now, right?
I can see you won't listen to reason.
You show up.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go well.
And tell me you're working with Cerberus. What does reason figure into any of this?
It's so funny, like how overly dramatic Caden is.
I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
Fat chance.
We both know how that's going to turn out. The Alliance will try to blame Cerberus just like you did.
The Leopard can't change its spots. Cerberus can't be trusted.
Which, by the way, if we end up finishing Mass Effect 3 earlier than like, if we end up finishing Mass Effect 3 before I finish editing this next batch of videos, which will probably be the case, I'm kind of thinking I want to do the Kill Everyone playthrough next instead of waiting a bit. because I just really want to do it. I really just want to like play this game and like essentially do it as quickly as possible with everyone dying along the way. I just feel like it would be so funny. So I think I might go for that before we move on to like Mass Effect Andromeda or like Judgment is a game I want to play relatively soon. But yeah, I think I'll do that first. Do you... Oh, yeah, I forgot that was going to happen. Is there actually going to be a double tribal? Like, going to be the... what's the actual name of the twist? But either way, the twist where they split up the tribes into two. Like, is that officially what we're getting? Which, if that's the case, I'm worried for how it'll play out. Because I do feel like best case scenario is for... actually, I'm trying to think. What are the numbers right now? Where are we at? We're at 12 people, right? At the merge? Where we lost... Are we even? Well, no, we can't be... Wait, are we... Is it 6-5 then? No, because there's 6 Luna, right? Because there's Chappies, Anesu, Wardaw, Santoni, Tyson, Kieran. And how many Zamba are there? There's what? Nicole, Amy, Rainier, Anella, Sean... Is that it? Are we at a 6-5? No, right? I feel like we're... Are we 6? Okay, we are 6-5. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I don't... Like, I don't particularly like having... this twist at this point in the season. Or, like, with this sort of season, I should say. Where... we just had this like really massive move being made, and I feel like this could just open up the potential for some people to get really screwed over, which I don't particularly like. Again, if it's like a IOI situation where like we just like lost Missy and Aaron, two people that were probably going home soon anyway, then that's fine, I guess. But with this, like, I feel like there's a lot of potential for tribal lines to really play a factor, and then certain people getting screwed over, which is not as interesting to me. Do I think Frenchie will respond to your DM? Probably not, but it is Frenchie, so, I mean, who knows? There's a chance. Would be interesting how Shepard will be viewed if everyone that works for him dies. Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. Actually, like, we're not even gonna bother, like, with like what we're... Okay, so this is the plan. I already looked this up. Mass Effect 1, we don't pick up Rex, we don't pick up Garrus. Actually, we might pick up Rex just to kill him. Actually, I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, that'll be funnier. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to I'm trying to think this through. Yeah, so we don't pick up Garrus ever. We get Rex. We don't pick up Rex initially, but then we pick him up right before we go to Vermeer just to kill him in Vermeer. And then we kill... It doesn't matter who we kill out of Ashley or Caden. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So,
I trust you know what you're doing.
Then, yeah, we don't get Liara until the very end.
I've forwarded 3 more.
And then, moving on to 2... that means we get Garrus with him, like, with us barely even knowing him, yet there's still, like, an introduction as if, like, he's this massive reveal. We're not gonna get Grunt. We're gonna leave him in the tank. We're gonna we're gonna sell off Legion. We're going to do Samara's loyalty mission just so that we can kill her and get Morinth. We're going to play the game in a way that everyone dies but Zaid and Morinth. And then we'll play Zaid's loyalty mission after, which allows you to kill Zaid. So that means we move on to Mass Effect 3 with only Morinth alive, to where Morinth, I believe, dies off screen, if that's the case. And then that means we move on to 3 with only Liara, James, and Edie, I believe. Yeah, and then yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like you can't do anything. So, yeah, I mean, that's essentially the plan.
I need you sharp and focused.
Oh, yeah, I think that'll just be hilarious. And then we'll play through 3, like, really quickly. And, actually, no, I guess we would have to do side content, because, like, that's the point, isn't it? Like, to see, like, all these missions without any of his crew members around. So I guess we would do side quests, just so that we do them without, like, all these random characters showing up. So, yeah, but yeah, just try to kill everyone at the first opportunity. What are we doing now? I mean, I guess we'll get Tali and Samara and not Garrus, Thane. Is there anything we can do here? I forgot. What do we need for? I don't think it's any of these. Oh, Inferno armor. That's what I wore for most of my playthrough, I feel like. Or was it Cerberus Assault armor? It was one of these. It's one of the ones you craft. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Weapon upgrades. Should we get those? I don't want to waste them just in case we actually need these supplies. But yeah, let's go talk to everyone.
How can I help?
I guess we'll talk to him.
Of course.
You're starting Horizon. Ooh, you're pretty close to the end. Actually, yeah, after Horizon, that's the point of no return. So, yeah, do Horizon, then Citadel DLC, and then it's the end of the game. So, yeah, you're almost there. I'm not going to bother talking to him.
Said you were in the special tasks What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions.
Though it's so fucking... Actually, now I think about it, it is really weird, though, to do it that way. Like, that's the way you should do it. Like, play the Citadel DLC after Horizon. But it also is, like, really dumb narratively when you think about it. Actually, you know what? Let's actually say this.
An STG captain named Kirahi.
Yeah, we killed him.
Helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard Kirahi died on Vermeer. Not enough equipment
yeah, he did.
For operation. Still managed to take down facility.
But yeah, like with Server SA, like I actually feel like that's like worst case scenario that we're getting a double tribal at this point. Like I feel like there's so much more. Like there's a lot of interesting dynamics right now that I feel like if the double tribal ends up going a certain way, like where we lose, like if like Tyson ends up getting swap screwed, or like like I don't know if Anesu could get swap screwed, to be honest. But like if like Rainier gets swap screwed, like if we get like these big players that end up getting swap screwed, I feel like this is such an underwhelming outcome. What's she gonna say?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay. Might as well just check everything here. Okay, well, thank you. Oh, what was this? Oh, fuck off, Hackett. Oh, this is the Rival DLC.
I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Okay, they're gonna force me to do this? Cool. Oh, they're actually like... Okay, they actually have a loading screen and everything. That's even more annoying. Yeah, so I'm looking at Big Brother updates real quick. Yeah, so it does look like the consensus right now is Alyssa and Christian nominees for most of the House. Then if the Kings win HOH, they're going to put Whitney and Hannah. Yeah, it should be interesting. I think there's a lot of intrigue coming into this this week. I feel like if I were to guess on what this next HOH is, I feel like it's probably going to end up being Knockout. I feel like that's like what we're set up for. Either Knockout or like some sort of... Well, no, because they don't want to waste that for... Yeah, like so... Because they already did a crapshoot. I feel like it's gotta be Knockout. I feel like that seems like the most likely outcome. Which, if that's the case, like, the Queens might win HOH by accident. But, that's interesting. Kind of hope the double will be Sean Nicole. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be fine. I feel like if I were to guess, I would say Sean seems like the most likely boot for next episode. Like, he feels like the type of person that would be taken out in a double boot episode. And again, Nicole, like, I don't know where Nicole's edit's going. But yeah, I feel like Sean, like I feel like that's almost a guarantee. Brittany HOH would be hilarious. Again, at this point, again, it seems like she's going for Alyssa and Christian, but again, it'll be funny if she like turns it around and goes for Kylan instead. But then, like, Kylan stays against anybody but Tiffany, so like it won't end up mattering. But then, like, I mean, she could put Kylan and Xavier, and Xavier goes home.
Commander, sorry, I'm a little
Fuck off. We're getting his loyalty mission.
It won't affect my duties.
If it affects my crew, it's my business.
Sir, I don't want to distract from our mission, especially if it turns out to be nothing. But
yeah, what do you want,
I got
Jacob?
dinged by a ghost the other night.
Get to the point.
It's only a waste of time to jerk me around. What is it?
Yeah, don't jerk me around.
First officer on a ship that went missing 10 years ago.
Yeah, who am I going to romance
I
here?
had not talked to him for 3 years prior.
I don't even remember who you can romance in this game. Obviously, I know Jacob. Again, we're FemShep, so it's like, what, Jacob, I think Thane?
Just like that.
And Garrus.
I'm not convinced it isn't just some
We might go
automated distress
Garrus.
signal ticking over. It's been too long.
Oh.
You'd like us to go take a look at the wreck, see if it's legit.
If the
Yeah, we didn't end up
coordinates aren't too
romancing
far
anyone in
out of
Mass
the way,
Effect 1.
I could at least verify the wreck. Who knows, maybe there is actually someone out there. I want to also mention that I don't make a habit of looking for random SOS signals. This was passed to my personal log.
Yeah, I'm also interested, like, with the Citadel DLC, I don't know how that works if you play it late. Because I've only played the Citadel DLC once during my most recent playthrough, and I
Forward the coordinates.
accidentally played it very early on, to where, like, throughout from that point until, like, the point of return, like, there's a lot of, like, points where they're like, hey, this character wants to meet up with you, and you can, like, do those conversations. I don't know how that works if you do it at the last second. I don't know if they, like, all just unlock at the same time. Because, like, the Citadel DLC is essentially a DLC that, like, celebrates the series.
Shepard, how can I help? I'll let you.
And, like, it really just involves, like, a lot of character moments with spending time with a lot of your crewmates and everything. I guess we'll go to Joker, why not?
Bradley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get the fact.
Alright.
Hey, Commander. It's pretty crazy the people you can.
Is my first name Joseph? No, it's not.
Commander Alenko, wasn't it?
First name starts with a B. Yeah, that's why I say BLM at the beginning of videos.
Garbage.
Right. Understood, Commander.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I can't imagine being named Joseph. I feel like that doesn't fit me at all. Okay, so we have a lot of people to talk about. To talk to. I mean, yeah, we got like what 3 people there. Well, then again, I mean, Zaid and Kasumi have like nothing to say, but whatever. Come on. Alright, so who's where? Who's here? Oh, this is Kasumi, right? Yeah, that's nothing.
Hey, got a minute? Zaid's strolling around like he owns the place. But he seems a little confused. 20 years of seeking revenge, and now it's over.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I've said this in a previous show. Yes, it's Brandon.
I'm not really sure what to do myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship. Not a lot of people go in and out of Dr. Chakwa's office.
It's funny because like I mentioned that, like, obviously the BLM is my initials, and I like respond to a comment at one point that
I'd be reaching for the brandy too.
saying that's what it was, and then like someone guessed like took a guess at the name, and like they got my first and middle name right, which is like, okay, that's kind of fucking creepy, but whatever.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters.
Oh fuck. Okay, we're getting her loyalty mission.
What's going on?
Yeah, like romancing Zaid would be bizarre.
Building a
It'd also be funny if you
There
can
was another
romance
reason why Cerberus
Kasumi when like her entire loyalty mission's about how much she's like still in love with her like dead
I had a
fiance
sister,
or whatever.
a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
Why are you telling me this?
My father's agents have been searching for my sister for years. I believe they've tracked her to
Yeah,
Ilium.
54,000 views on the
Hidden without
runner-up
impacting
video.
her life, but
That's
I'm out of
lovely.
options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too
Yeah, I
late.
believe season ranking past 90,000, so that's something.
We can't afford delays for personal matters.
Views as a whole, though, have been pretty bad recently, to be honest. I believe yesterday... Actually, I want to check this real quick. But yesterday, as in, like, Tuesday, technically it's Thursday now, but you get the point. That was my worst day... Okay, but yeah, that was my worst day view-wise this entire year. Not even close, by the way, in the name. But yeah, it was like my worst day. You're never going to guess my last name. It's not a common last name. But yeah, like worst dating like this entire year. I just checked views for today. It's like slightly better, but has not been a great period for the channel. And like it's intentionally so. Again, like I talked about this earlier in stream, where two bigger videos for a month were going to be the What If video, Survivor What If video, and the BB23 cast assessment. However, both of those bombed and did worse than I expected. So at that point, I was kind of like, well, then fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna like get a whole bunch of videos out that I don't expect to do as well. So yeah, I kind of intentionally sabotaged this month.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Which, yeah, Yakuza video came out, which yeah, I mean, it's doing better than my 13 Sentinels video. At least there's that, but it's still not doing well. But whatever. But yeah, was it on this Saturday is going to be another Survivor video. It's been a little bit. It's been like what 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, it's going to be my predicting Jeff Probst's favorite players video. So that's something. You're not close to the middle name either. Yeah, none of these are close. Oh yeah, you brought peace to the Gethincorians. Yeah, Legion. I believe Legion always dies, right? No matter what. I don't think you can save Legion. So.
Shepard.
Oh fuck! What I just hit.
Making sure you're acclimated.
I was just sitting here thinking.
I fucking love Grant. I just love the way he talks.
Get it. There's a tank imprint. The battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head.
I actually Brandon Landon Manda. I didn't even read that. That's actually ridiculous.
Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Yeah, Brandons have not had a good history on Survivor. Yeah, Brandon Bellinger, that's his name, right? From Guatemala is probably the best one. Which, by the way, I think he's an underrated player in the grand scheme of things. Like, no one talks about Brandon from Guatemala. But I do think he is a... I think he's an interesting player. I do think if I forgot which tribe is which now, but if Danny's group got the numbers, I do feel like he was in a pretty good position to win there.
Start anything with Garrus.
Yeah, fuck you, Grunt.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just
You're xenophobe, Grunt.
Your clan. No point in ripping his face.
Can you change your username?
But it's mine.
On Twitch? I don't even know.
He was blind, and he tried to make me the same. But I'm starting to feel what they did. To see why I should care. Anyway,
yeah, Brandon Hans is obviously Brandon Hans, and then Brandon Quinton is like an interesting one. Like I've talked about I talked about this in my my Africa retrospective that's coming out at some point. Frenchie actually responded to you, but yeah, the Guatemala retrospective, or Guatemala, the Africa retrospective, I I edited the other day, and again, that's coming out on the anniversary, which is like early October. But yeah, I don't think Brandon's the worst player in the world. Like, I mean, he makes a dumb move, but it's like a lot of the reason he makes that dumb move is because he was. We need to talk to Jack. Yeah, a lot of the reason he makes the dumb move is because like he was obviously very conscious of his perception in terms of like being a gay man that was like potentially gonna work with.
Hey.
Okay, she has nothing to say.
Should go. Yep.
Yeah, that was potentially going to work with a very clear homophobe. And it's like, I feel like if that element wasn't a part of that, which I think that's something that is pretty much gone from Modern Survivor. I think from Modern Survivor, like, you're not going to have a very clear homophobe on a tribe anymore. And, like, I feel like if he had played in a modern season of Survivor, I feel like he plays pretty decently. Like, I mean, I think he does decent work early on in the season. Yeah. I don't think Brandon's the worst player in the world. Yeah, wait, what did he say? He said follow your dreams. Yeah, you can fly out, you can go meet Frenchie. Why not? Your name's never been on Survivor. Alright. What am I doing here? I think I'm good, right? Oh, you just got to Dirty 30 with Camilla? Camilla is like Camilla just like loses her mind. I mean, I guess to be fair, I mean, does Camilla ever really have a mind? But like, definitely one of the more icky things to happen in a modern challenge. Because like, that was even that long ago, right? Like, I feel like whenever I think of like Dirty 30 and stuff, I think that's a long time ago, but like, that was only like 3 or 4 years ago, I think. Where am I going? What am I doing here? Okay, what do we have here? We have Tali, Jacob. I mean, I guess we'll do Jacob's loyalty mission. Yeah, fuck everyone else for getting Jacob. Alright, so where are we going? We're going here. Yeah, obviously Frenchie's very clearly telling you to meet Lauren O'Connell. I mean, that's obviously the exact thing he's talking about. Yeah, Banshees are annoying in Mass Effect 3.
I have detected an anomaly.
I feel like there's more annoying enemies though. I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, it's like I feel like collectors are more annoying to me than Banshees though. And like husks are obviously more annoying, but yeah, Banshees are still. I mean, they have a lot of health. I think that's pretty much like the main issue there. I think we'll go Kasumi. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that Kara did announce today that she's retiring from the challenge, which I'm pretty disappointed by. I really was holding out hope that we would see her again. I guess we'll get that. Obviously, like it seemed like production was very hesitant to cast her just in general anyway, but like with her saying that she's done, I feel like that is almost like guaranteed. I mean, like, you still never know. Like, they could still come back, but like, it's pretty much, I think if she doesn't want to come back and production's also hesitant to bring her back, it's like, why is she gonna be back then? So at this point, I really wanted to see her and Polly on another season, but I do feel like if Kara is retiring, I feel like that's also a bad sign of whether or not we're going to see Polly again. So I think overall just kind of depressing. Especially because, like, again, I think recent casting has been complete shit on the challenge, and I feel like I was really holding out for us seeing Car and Polly back.
It's been years.
But not gonna happen.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash.
What? You're saying Frenchie wasn't supporting his dream of meeting Lauren O'Connell? I keep on thinking, whenever I think of her name, I think of Lauren Alexander for some reason. Like, her middle name is Alexandra, right? And like she goes by that on like certain things. So it's like whenever I think of her name, I think of like Lauren Alexander, which is like close to Laura Alexander, who is alright, it's like I just keep on getting her name mixed up for some reason.
That's not right.
Yeah, like I think her retiring is more so like her like knowing that she's not getting the call anymore, and then her saying like, well then fuck it, I'm not gonna come back. Like I think if they were to like really want her back, I think she would probably say,
come on, let's get going.
Yes, but I just don't. It doesn't seem like production's like itching to get her back to begin with, which I think that's like the bigger disappointment. I do think there's a chance for All Stars though. I think I wouldn't be surprised if there's like All Stars 5 and like Cara Maria ends up being on it.
For so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Who are you?
Yeah, has Frenchie gotten any feuds yet? I feel like I definitely expected Frenchie to get into some feuds on Twitter. Like, I think he just like, I know it was earlier today, so it's like I doubt he's had time yet. I wonder how self-aware he's going to be on Twitter. Obviously, I get the sense he's not going to be, but it's like it'll be interesting if he does end up.
Kill them, agents of the liar. He will not.
It would be interesting, like, for the challenge to do an all-rookie season. I mean, they kind of tried to. I mean, I guess they didn't though, did they? Like, I was gonna say like Invasion of the Champions, but like that wasn't really an all-rookie season. But it was just like a whole bunch of like, or like they propped it up as like, oh, it's all these non-winners, and they just brought in the winners later. Well, by the way, I haven't talked about this, but Invasion of the Champions has like one of the worst formats I've ever seen. Okay. Which I think just in general the format of that season is like what really like turns me off from the season as a whole, because I really don't like that season. And I've watched it twice now, by the way. It's one of the few challenges I've watched twice. And like both times I really just didn't. I watched it once, like the first time, and I didn't like it. But I recognized how important it was to the series, because it is a pretty important season, like in terms of like certain intros, certain storylines. And then like I rewatched every season, because like the way I did is I went back to like after having watched 29 through 36, I went back to 14 and watched the 38. And after 38, I rewatched Invasion of the Champions again. And it's like, it's still bad. Like, it's still just as bad as I remember. Like, it's not good. Like, I wish it was a better season, because, like, there's some really great moments here and there, but it's like, it's just not a good season. Yeah, Frenchie's name's Brandon. Fuck me. Yeah, Brandon French, right?
Don't look ready for a fight.
Oh, that'll be hilarious if Frenchie's on the challenge.
Either way.
I mean, like 100%, he's like the what 15th pick for them out of this cast, but like it'll be hilarious if Frenchie's on the challenge.
He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
You asked if he knew Lauren O'Connell.
Decay. You are.
Is he a Survivor fan?
You certainly seem to.
I actually don't know the answer to that.
You heard her. I have his face.
Just the way he said I have his face is just so ridiculous. Shit. Okay, well that works too.
He did this to his own.
Please, wait.
Okay.
You fought his machines.
I'm trying to think, what other Brandons
You
are
have
there
his
in
face, but
Big
you
Brother?
Might stop this. This, I forget how to.
Is there?
But this was the start. What he promised and what they did to us.
Probably not the best idea in the world.
us back to the sky.
I would guess, but.
Think on your own time. What's in there?
Are there no other Brandons? Okay. Wasn't there supposed to be one, and then he didn't make it on? I might be wrong. I don't remember. Either way, obviously there's like Brendan, but that doesn't count.
My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty.
Yeah, BB4. That was a yeah. I didn't remember. Like I feel like there was one that was supposed to be on. Yeah, that's the one that like called his girlfriend, right? While he was in Ponderosa or something dumb like that.
More incidents, harsh
Yeah.
punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a possibility. Yeah, I'm sure Frenchie has no clue who Lauren. Like I feel like if I were to guess, I would say he has no clue who Lauren O'Connell is.
It's looking like he only acted.
But who knows? Maybe around the charity event circle, because I'm 100% sure that Frenchie is going to be one of these people that goes to every fucking charity event. I feel like they could meet there. All right, where are we going? Oh, fuck, with Hackett? Fuck off, there we go. Okay, well that's super unlucky. What a terrible, like, combination of things. Okay, it's that. Yeah, Frenchie and Glenn, I feel like they're best friends. I feel like that 100% clears there. I've never talked about that, have I? The Glenn stuff with the Joy Rodriguez. Like that is like again one of the most ridiculous things that ever happened within the Big Brother like Twitter streets. It's just like insane that that's the thing that happened.
You see that?
Yeah, maybe Glenn will say that you and Lauren Alexander or Lauren O'Connell should totally hook up. Maybe that'll happen. By the way, if you don't get the joke, it's Glenn from BB-18 got in trouble for having a fake, like it had a burner account on Twitter named Joy Rodriguez, where he would send messages to like other Big Brother players and say like, hey, you and Glenn should totally hook up. And it's like the most ridiculous fucking thing that ever happened. There we go. Yeah, Glenn's a great wingman, I feel like. I mean, he's just gonna tell everyone that they should hook up. I mean, oh fuck off! There's that many. How do we not have a sniper by now? By the way, I should probably go and actually try to find one because like this is actually disturbing me. Was Glenn a good player? No, he was not. I mean, if you ask him, he was the best player. I mean, he had BB-18 on lock. Obviously, if it wasn't for Glenn being taken out first, they would have run the game there. I mean, those vets wouldn't have had a shot.
He had his fun. Now he wants out.
Like I really, Glenn is such a like imagine Glenn on All Stars. That would have been amazing. Like Glenn instead of David Alexander. Yeah, how could they waste David's spot on Glenn? How many fucking mechs are there? Oh, okay, I pushed the wrong thing, but fine. Well, she just like punches a floating fucking thing.
Throwing people away. This thing is not.
I still stand by it. I think David, like based on where we were after BB-21, I do think David still demonstrated a lot of potential. Obviously, at this point, like we kind of recognize that that potential was misguided, but I don't regret saying that because I do feel like it was still. I still had like evidence pointing in that direction at that point. Oh wait, when the fuck did we get that? Oh, I don't know when I got that, but that's actually like a really good weapon. Okay, it's like extremely fucking overpowered. There we go.
Get over here.
Oh, is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Yeah, hey Pat Cruz. Frenchie. Frenchie doesn't know Lauren O'Connell? And Frenchie should know Lauren O'Connell. Yeah, I get the sense that Frenchie's not a Survivor fan, but I don't know for sure. And to be fair, even if you are a Survivor fan, I think there's definitely a chance you still don't know who Lauren O'Connell is. Oh fuck, we're here. We're gonna talk to O'Keir.
You're here.
It's so fucking weird. Again, like his father, like Jacob's father here, is voiced by Dave Fennoy, who's the voice actor for Lee Everett in Walking Dead Telltale, and he sounds just like Lee Everett from Walking Dead Telltale. But then also, he is the voice actor for O'Keir, the Krogan that created Grunt earlier in the game. And he sounds just like fucking O'Keir with a like slightly different accent.
Who are you exactly?
Is Lauren O'Connell the most boring Lesu member? Actually, yeah, you might be right. Maybe, I mean, Chris, I mean, but, yeah, you're not too far off.
Doesn't matter. You're running a very questionable setup here, Captain. Explain.
Yeah, imagine if we had a, like, Captain season nowadays with, like, all the Night 1 evictees. That would be hilarious.
They rebelled and
Especially, like, considering how anti-returnee Glenn was, that would be even more hilarious.
And I couldn't get to the beacon.
Just stop.
Yeah, like Chris for sure would have been the most boring if he didn't get voted back, if he didn't come back. Even after he comes back, to be honest, I think he's still probably the most boring. Oh, Lesu. Okay. Yeah, because that was okay. So yeah, we're just talking about the 5. Yeah. So yeah, you're right at that point. Yeah, War Dog, Wentworth, Devins, David.
Not to have to explain this to him, or anyone really. You have to understand.
What was the original tribe? I don't even remember. What was the blue tribe name?
Realities of command, they change you.
I don't remember anymore. Again, like, there's definitely a point where, like, I knew every tribe name in the history of the show. I couldn't tell you anymore. Manu. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like, I couldn't do it anymore.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you
I'm pretty sure I can still do name every Survivor player ever, first and last name, but
I want to know that there was an actual reason.
I can't do tribes anymore. There's just like too many of them that don't fucking matter. That like I just wouldn't remember. Again, like remembering the fucking I couldn't tell you David versus Goliath's like real tribe names outside of Jabeni. Yeah, America, obviously the greatest name. I did think about doing that, a video of like ranking tribe names, but I just feel like that's such a pointless video. Definitely not something I would do anytime soon. But I think it would be kind of fun, particularly with merged tribe names, which I believe RGP has done a podcast about that already. So it's like it kind of like lessens the impact of doing that video, but I still think it would be interesting. But again, not something that I'll do anytime soon.
I can't point to where it all went wrong, but when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
Guatemala tribes, it's what, Yaksha and Nakum, right? And then Shakum is the merge tribe.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation.
Which I always love, like the. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like merge tribes. I feel like ranking the all the merge tribe names. I feel like that would be kind of fun.
Worth pulling the trigger.
I would outdid a top 5 worst merge tribe names. Again, that's what I'm talking about. Where like I feel like the content I make is like is different from like what most people. I would never fucking bother doing a top 5 worst tribe names. It's like at that point, like I'm just gonna fucking rank them all. Like why am I doing a top 5 worst tribe names? And it's like it's the same thing with like all these other like most of the other YouTubers, Survivor YouTubers. Like I'm not gonna fucking do like Peridium did like 5 worst final tribal performances. Like I'm just gonna fucking rank them all. Like yeah, it took me 5.5 hours to record, but yeah, I'm just gonna do them all. Why do one tribe have such great characters and the others are so boring? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that for sure, but definitely, yeah, Manu is definitely more interesting than Kama. But I mean, like, I still think Kama has some interesting figures there. Actually, now that I think about that, I mean, there are, like, I feel like the duds from that cast are from Kama. Like, I feel like Manu is such a strong tribe from a character standpoint. While, like, Kama, it's like, again, you have Ron Clark, who's great. You have Victoria. You have Aubrey. But then you also have, like, Joe. You have Eric. You have Julia. Julie's good. Gavin's, like, kind of in the middle.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback...
Yeah, no bag would be very low. Definitely not particularly high. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not a comedic person. Like, I'm not someone that could go for intentional comedy in videos. That's why I don't even try.
You know very little about me, Shepard.
Again, like when we're looking at like all these other Survivor YouTubers, they obviously like try to add humor to their videos. Like I don't even bother.
You didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Unless like it naturally comes out, but it's like even then it's like most of the time it's like unintentional either way. But yeah, I actually haven't watched like a single idled out video.
Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise.
Like I accidentally started one of their videos one time and like saw the saw like their intro to their videos, but like I haven't like actually watched any of their videos. Like I thought Keith is actually pretty fun. I like Keith. He's extremely like he's not self-aware at all. But I liked Keith as a character. Yeah, I think Chris is like the clear dud there, from a character standpoint. Like even when he comes back, I don't think he's a particularly interesting character. It's just that he has like an interesting story around him at that point because of the Edge. But it's like if you take that out, like he's not a particularly interesting Survivor player. And like now, like I've talked about how I want Chris Underwood back, but it's like I don't want him back because he's an interesting character. I want him back because he has an interesting story.
Jack would like to talk with you.
Okay, so we got Jack. Let's get her loyalty mission. Let's just do all these loyalty missions before we even bother getting Tali. Oh yes, Australian Outback finale is so boring. They spend like so much time before the I think it's like 35 minutes, or no, maybe that's wrong. But either way, it's around like 30 minutes before we get to the immunity challenge, the first immunity challenge there. It's so boring. Yeah, Julie jumping ship is a great moment. I love that tribal. I mean, like even though
I got thoughts like
it's like it ends out like not really being that interesting with like Julia going home. Like that entire tribal is like so much fun before that.
You know I have a history with Cerberus.
Yeah, they're just like reflecting on the game for 30 minutes, and like older school seasons of Survivor do that a lot. But Australian Outback's definitely the one that you like feel it the most.
We got work to do.
Like, I just watched every Survivor finale. And like there's definitely finales that like the older finales that drag a bit. Like I think Marquesas for me like would have been an all-time great finale if it wasn't for there being like a lot of reflection in between like the final 4 and final 3 rounds. I know Amazon has a lot of that as well, and then Thailand has a little bit of it. Africa is actually like not bad in terms of that. Like it definitely has it, but it's like it's not terrible. Borneo is not bad either in terms of that.
I wasn't done. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus.
But it's like a lot of these like
They thought they were
actually does Pearl Islands have a lot? I don't remember. But I definitely remember Amazon and Marquesas had enough of it to where I was just kind of annoyed with them.
Sounds like they've done a serious 180 since those.
You wonder how many messages is Frenchie responding to right now? That's what I want to know. It's like how many people like ended up DMing Frenchie.
Where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place.
Yeah, like the
deploy a big fucking bomb.
no, he didn't say now you lost. He said you think you're gonna do well in the challenges or something like that. Like that was hilarious. Yeah, I love Keith. Keith is a great character.
Messing you up.
I like Edge of Extinction. I know a lot of people hate Edge of Extinction, but I love Edge of Extinction. Like it very much feels like like if you. I mean, like, obviously the Edge of Extinction is there, but it's like, if you look at, like, the main game of how the game plays out, like, it very much feels like a middle school season of the show to me, like, in terms of how it's, like, presented. Obviously, you have, like, a lot more dynamic of gameplay, but it's like, character-wise and everything, it feels like a mid-school season of the show to me. But then, obviously, you have the Edge, and you have, like, some post-merge tribals going really crazy. But, it did give me like mid-school Survivor vibes, like with like Wendy and the stuff she's doing. Again, like Keith kind of feels like a mid-school Survivor sort of character. You have Reem. What am I doing here? I think that was it, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, he was right. I'm surprised he's not bragging about that already. That Frenchie was right about the Christian Alyssa showmance. Yeah, definitely more people are DMing Frenchie than Travis, I can assure you that. All Stars is your favorite season? I mean, like, I can get the Romber stuff, but, like, to me, it's like... It's a lot of the other things that are harming the season. I mean, you got the Sue Hawk stuff, you have... just overall general negativity surrounding that entire season. And then you have like a lot of the like the favorites coming into the season going home early. Again, like All Stars is a season that I used to have like pretty high on my season rankings, like before I like rewatched every season and everything. Like when I first got back into Survivor, like All Stars is a season I always had like a really high opinion of, but for me it has not aged well at all. I think there is that like appeal of it being the first All-Star season. Should I do, wait, where are we at stream? Okay, we're at 2 hours. I think we'll save we'll do Arrival, I think, but I think we'll save that for the beginning of next stream. So I think we'll just do yeah, let's help Jack, I guess. Let's do that now. Oh, you read the Invincible comic? Yeah, I haven't watched the show yet. I still haven't watched it. I always I plan on doing it at some point. But yeah, I do love the comic. It's been a while since I've read it though. It's been like what, like probably like 5 or 6 years since I like did my initial read, and then when it finished, I went back and read everything from where I left off. But it has been a very long time, but I do love Invincible. I guess Kasumi is our main person at this point. I'm not gonna bother using that. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I forgot how much I hate this place. See the landing pad?
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Wendy going on Survivor just to sabotage it. Definitely not a surprise. Oh yeah, the Keith like proposing to his girlfriend thing. That is so awkward. Like especially because it was all over text. Like it's so weird. Like at least if it's on video and stuff, then at least it's like okay, I guess. But like the fact that it's all through text is just so bizarre.
When we start a mission, we finish it.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I love it. Like was it, like Colby gets like a confessional saying that like oh this is Keith, he's hamming it up whatever for TV. It's like I feel like that's probably the case. Like I feel like 100% like Keith is 100% doing this because he's on TV. Oh yeah, I think Frenchie. I don't know how like is Frenchie grounded at this point? Like I know that in his exit interview he was talking about how like obviously in his Julie interview he was talking about how he changed the game and made sure the old guy didn't go home first, and it's like I mean yeah, I guess he went home second because you're the old guy of the season. But it's like I feel like in his RHAP interview he was like I didn't listen to the entire thing, but I do believe he was a bit more mellow by that point. So I do wonder if now like he's like completely off his own bandwagon, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
I never saw this room.
Like, I really wonder just how, like, unaware he is in real life in comparison to in the game.
Usually. This is unbelievable.
Okay. Dan Spiel is the greatest character ever? Probably not. I would say no. I don't think he's anywhere close. I know that's a massive surprise.
He's getting suspicious. When we get results, he won't care what we did.
Okay.
I remember escaping to this room, fighting here.
Problem with All Stars, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all the favorites go home early on All Stars, and then by the time you get to the merge, you're left with a lot of the people that are like, why are they here? Especially like once Lex and Kathy go home. Like once you get to the final 7, it's a lot of like the questionable people. Where like outside of like Rupert and like Big Tom, it's like why are most of these people cast? Alicia, I guess. But again, you have like Sheehan, you have Jenna Lewis, Boston Rob at that point, Amber. It's like not a great batch of all-stars to make it far. Okay, well, that worked. Yeah, Heroes vs. Villains. Yeah, Heroes vs. Villains is it's weird with Heroes vs. Villains because like I have it as my second favorite season, and like I do feel like that's probably accurate, but like I don't know, I just don't have the I don't feel like I have a personal connection to Heroes vs. Villains that I do with like again, Cogion's my favorite season. I feel like I have a personal connection with that. Even like Dave vs. Goliath, I feel like I have more of a personal connection to than like Heroes vs. Villains. And same thing with Pearl Islands. I don't know, it's like Heroes vs. Villains, like even though I would still say it's my second favorite season, it's like I just don't feel like I have any real connection to it. Shit. This is like a really heavy feeling pistol. Wrong one. Oh, it's a hand cannon. Okay. Well, that's a waste. Okay. Well, this is obviously working out. What the fuck? I'm about to die. Yeah, okay. That was just me being an idiot. Yeah, I mean, like, Amber winning, I don't think is, like, the worst thing in the world by the time you get to the end of the season. Because I obviously the Romber story was such a major storyline on the season, so to have Boss Rob and Amber at the end, I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I mean, obviously the Dan Spiel thing was a joke, like, obviously. But yeah, if you're, like, saying, like, from the beginning of the season, like, oh, Amber winning, like, obviously that's a massive disappointment. But I think by the end of the season, it isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, to me, I feel like a Jenna Lewis win would have been so much less satisfying. Where, like, if Jenna Lewis won, like, what the fuck is that season? Or, like, even if, like, actually, I don't know. I guess Sheehan, like, if Sheehan wins, she probably has, like, an underdog story, so at least there's that. But yeah, I feel like Jenna Lewis is, like, the worst possible outcome. It's like, what kind of season is it if Jenna Lewis wins? Shit.
Why'd they need a morgue? This was a small facility. I'm saying these tables.
Yeah, Travis is someone that I actually thought had potential by the time. Like, I'm pretty sure like I wasn't high on him in my cast assessment, but by the time of like the preseason, I actually thought he would, or like right before the season started, I actually thought he had potential. Because I thought fuck, I'm an idiot. I thought Travis was essentially going to be what Christian is at this point. Okay. That's... Wait, is that one right? But I'll say I was wrong. Yeah, I mean, I guess actually at the end of the day, they probably would have just re-edited Jenna Lewis, and she would obviously be portrayed in a more positive light, but it's like, I still, like, I guess they would have to portray, like, her targeting the winners as, like, this big, like, heroic thing. I don't know. Like, I just, like, I can't imagine what this season is if Jenna Lewis wins. Because I feel like there's, like, no satisfaction to be had from a Jenna Lewis win. Unless, like, I mean, I guess if you were, like, if Jenna Lewis wins against Boston Rob, I guess you could potentially do an edit there of, like, oh, look at this evil Boston Rob, and Jenna Lewis took him down, or something dumb like that. But yeah, I've said this in the past, like, I think Boston Rob wins against Jenna Lewis. It's based on what we know about the jury, it's a 4-3 vote where Kathy becomes a swing. Unless you are to believe that Rupert votes for Jenna, which I personally don't think that's the case, because we know after the fact that Rupert had a deal with Boston Rob, to where Rupert was going to vote for Boston Rob if he gets to the end, to which I don't think he breaks his word. Especially for Jenna, someone that just betrayed him. So I lean towards Rob getting, and again, this is a situation where Jenna Lewis wins final immunity and votes out Amber, which was her plan. So Rob gets Amber for sure, Rupert for sure, or yeah, for me for sure, and then Sheehan for sure, because Sheehan has openly talked about not liking Jenna Lewis and has openly said that she would have voted for Boston Rob over Jenna Lewis. Jenna Lewis gets Alicia, Big Tom, and Lex for sure absolutely locked. So at that point, Kathy becomes a swing, and it really comes down to how bitter she is, which I feel like she votes for Rob again. Like, though it is weird though, because like the reason she votes for Rob over Amber is because she was actually extremely bitter at Amber. And also, she obviously had a connection with Rob from preseason. But I feel like the bitterness towards Amber was actually the bigger factor there. So I do think there is a bit of a question mark of, like, does she vote for Jenna Lewis? Which, if she does, it's obviously a very, like, anti-Rob vote. Or does she still vote for Rob based on the relationship that they had from Marquesas and, like, post-show? I still lean towards her voting for Rob, but I can see the argument for her not. But either way, I think for me it is more likely that Jenna Lewis loses against Boston Rob. So, this is bad. Okay, well, that works too. Actually, there's more. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was even the main fucking Krogan. Oh no, I thought that was. Well, shit. I guess we'll do that. Okay, well, I'm about to die. Again, like, I'm dying a lot for this being casual. Like, this is pathetic that I'm dying this. And to be fair, I'm playing a lot more loosely than I normally would because we're playing on casual, but still, like, this is pretty pathetic. Like, I definitely would not be doing this if I was playing on Sandy. Is that everyone?
The only room left is my old cell.
Alright.
Where Arash is in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his.
There we go.
Come out. We know you're here.
Who are you?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, that at the Winners at War finale.
So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only.
Which
My name is Jack.
I mean, I think like
You know me.
We all knew your face, Jack.
I think most people like kind of obviously think that Boston Rob should have won, right? I mean, obviously, like there's the sentiment of like whoever won deserved to win, but it's like I think just in general, it's like I think at this point, I think most people more so pro Rob in that debate there.
I'm gonna find out what they knew, how to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the
Oh, it's weird because like Romber, like from what I remember, like Romber was like a very divisive group even at the time. Like they weren't like beloved even at the time of All Stars and like by the time of the finale. Like obviously they were a very popular duo in the sense that like they were like a big name and they obviously got all these like deals after the show, but like they weren't like beloved necessarily.
And you were gone.
I stopped it, all of it. Maybe the others did have it back.
Yeah, imagine if Jamie and Eric became
Everything we went through must have been worth
the couple
something.
survivor. Yeah, imagine if like Zenhu got majority, Eric and Jamie and PG end up being final three. Fucking like I don't know, like Eric wins, China, Jamie comes back for Heroes vs Villains, wins Heroes vs Villains. They're both on Winners at War. Yeah, do it.
Here to erase your past. He's part of that.
Shit. Is this right?
Yeah, kill him. Why not?
You're a killer, Jack. That's what you do.
Runner-up ranking: Natalie Anderson and Lil. Actually, to be honest, I actually haven't thought about that until now. I forgot because I'm gonna have to add Natalie Anderson, aren't I? I would say Lil. I guess I didn't actually think about that until now.
I know that.
Yeah, I mean it would be Lil.
This room was my whole childhood.
But
I needed to look around.
Yeah.
We have a bomb to deploy and work to do.
Okay. Burning this place to the ground is the important part.
He's like, I mean, like Natalie, like doesn't even survive a single round without immunity or an idol, right? Because what she plays an idol at 6, she plays an idol at 5, and then she wins final immunity. And also gets voted out. The first tribal comes back to the game. So yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing positive to say for me personally about Natalie Anderson's game. Yeah, it's like whoever like has been voted out of the game and came back are the bottom. Order again. I think you're having Natalie, then Justin, then I don't know, Lil or Tara. I guess Lil's better in my eyes. Probably. Actually, I don't know. I guess it's actually... I think it's close. Actually, maybe Tara would be better. Oh yeah, of course Frenchies say that. I mean, to be fair, Frenchie did like say that they were going to be a showman. It's just at the time he was
received a new message at your private terminal.
Inaccurate, but whatever. So I believe that armor thing that we just picked up there, I believe that is something we do need. Yeah. So we'll get that. So there's what, like 3 other things we need, I believe. Because again, we're trying to keep everyone alive in this playthrough. Oh, Morden. Fuck Morden. Is this where he sings, or is that not until later? I think it's later.
Shepard, important news.
Yeah, it's definitely later.
Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember my work?
Twinnies have 50-50 luck on it. I mean, like, I feel like it's really,
I remember.
Well, actually, yeah, like, they're all, like, because what? They were first boots, so obviously they were on Amazing Race 21, they did okay. They got, what, Final Four. All-Stars, they go home. First, you have San Juan del Sur, where Natalie is the winner, but Nadia is the first boot. And then you have Natalie on Winners at War, where she's the first boot and also runner-up. And then you have, what, the Challenge, where Natalie is... I don't even know what you would even consider that. Was she pulled, or did she, like, I don't even know what she technically was.
I doubt you wanted to give me a history lesson.
Either way.
What's going on?
I had Justin above Tara? Okay. Like, I don't remember the rationale, so... I don't remember my own videos. Like, usually what ends up happening is I revisit my old video. I could see the argument. Like, I think Justin did more actively. Though Justin... well, actually, yeah, now I think about it, Justin for sure is above Tara. Yeah, because Tara was voted out, like, pre-merge, while Justin was, like, Final 5 boot and came back.
We've got to focus on the collectors, Morton.
Understood.
Like, I think Tara's endgame stretch is more impressive than Justin's, but now I think about it, yeah, Justin for sure is higher than Tara. Because Tara, like, shouldn't have been as far as she was to begin with, while Justin made it through a majority of the game. Okay. Can you sell me a carton of milk cheese? Wait, is that really what you sent to him? And like, did he just like not bother responding to the beginning part of it? Whatever. Who do you think will be first to be on all 3 shows? I think... Okay, well, let's see. So that would mean, what, Natalie would need Big Brother, right? I think my, like, general response is Natalie. But, yeah, so she would need Big Brother. Fuck, what are we gonna do here? I guess we gotta go to Ilium, because, like, there's no point going here just to... Yeah, let's go to Ilium, I guess. Like, Natalie's, like, my normal response... Because, like, she also wants to do Big Brother. So, like, that seems, like, really plausible. And again, like, Caleb, yeah, like, Caleb wants to do anything anyway. And, like, to be fair, Caleb was going to be on Amazing Race 31. Like, he was in consideration. Oh, you just got the drunk tally? Yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, yeah, because, like, he was in consideration with Ty for 31. So, like, I mean, really, like, Caleb's the closest at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, yeah, I mean, to be honest, probably Caleb is the answer. As sad as it is. What am I doing here? I mean, I guess we're gonna do Kasumi and Zaid again. Because obviously it's everyone's favorite characters. What do I want here? I guess we'll go Shockwave. Because that's like our most powerful attack, I feel like. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. Let's do that. Let's just do auto. Okay. Like, we still don't have a fucking sniper. I should try to find one. Yeah, that would be pretty sad if Caleb is the first. But again, like, I think actually, like, the more I think about it, I think the more likely it is. Yeah, I could see Caleb and Ty doing well in the Amazing Race too. I feel like they would. Like I feel like they would be a top contender. I think they will probably have trouble with like puzzle related things, right? Like I mean, like more like intellectual sort of tasks, but
Welcome to November, Shepard. We've been instructed
I feel like the race element of it they would do pretty. Actually, I don't know. Like I don't feel like either of them would be particularly well at.
It would be my pleasure to assist you.
I don't know. Actually, yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Like if you actually want like the goat cheese and everything, yeah, you're gonna have to tell them your address. Do you really want Frenchie knowing where you live? I feel like that might be a scary prospect there.
Expecting trouble?
We're the gateway to the Terminus systems, Commander.
But yeah, who else has done
requires greater security.
2 shows? Like we got obviously Natalie and Nadia. I think Nadia's out. Natalie I think has a chance of being on Big Brother, though it's very small. Caleb I think has a good chance of being on The Amazing Race with Ty. I think that's like a very blatant duo and one that again was already in consideration. Hayden on Amazing Race I think is very unlikely at this point, considering they don't even want him for Survivor. Okay, let's go talk to Liara and just say fuck you. Oh wait, are we gonna do Layer of the Shadow Broker? I guess we are, aren't we? Actually, what happens if you don't do Shadow of the fuck, I keep on fucking up the name. Layer of the Shadow Broker. There we go.
Holy crap, Shepard? I thought you were dead.
Actually, you know what? Let's not do that tonight. Yeah, I don't want to go too late here. I think I want to end stream within the next hour or so, probably. So let's actually. I think we'll do Miranda's loyalty mission. We'll save Layer of the Shadow Broker for next time because that does take like a couple hours. Wait, where are we? Okay, we are going the right way. This is in eternity. Okay. Here we go. Wait, what? Oh, do I have to fucking oh no. Okay, well I'm an idiot. I need to have Miranda in my squad. Well, shit. I'm pretty sure, right?
Excuse me, I'm waiting for someone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Well, that's annoying. Can I, okay, you know what? Fuck it then. I guess we're getting, one of, Thane or Samara. Oh yeah, Nicole Franzel. Like that'll be hilarious on Survivor. Actually, I think Rachel is another possibility. All she needs is Survivor. I think that's like. I guess Janelle too. Janelle only needs Survivor. Yeah, I think if there's a reality showdown Survivor season, I think for sure. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do this. God damn it.
Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive.
Actually, this is like really jarring coming from our Liara from Mass Effect 1. Which, by the way, we barely know Liara. This is so fucking weird. Because, like, we didn't get Liara until the end of Mass Effect 1, so we've literally only had, like, 2 conversations with her.
My soldiers said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
Oh, there's a video of all the crossovers. Yeah, like, I feel like if there's a Survivor reality showdown, I feel like we're very likely to get, like, Rachel or Janelle on there. I feel like that would be an easy one. I'm trying to think, because, like, essentially it would be a lot of these people on reality showdown, right? So, yeah, Nicole would need Survivor. Victor would need Survivor. Which I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Not super likely, but like I don't think it's like 0%.
That was just a customer unhappy with the information he received.
What, Brett and Chris would need Big Brother? That's never happening. Corinne and Eliza would need Big Brother. I feel like that's not happening. And then
I've set up a respectable business as
Rupert and Laura would need Big Brother. Rupert on Big Brother would be hilarious. Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, imagine Rupert. Just even thinking about it is hilarious to me. I mean, that would be amazing. I would love that.
Neither is you being alive, Shepard.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm assuming there's a decent, like it's implied that probably Liara and Shepard had some conversations and stuff, but do I need to do the? I don't think you do you? Maybe you do. I don't remember how this works.
Do you know where I can find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with tracking officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation.
Yeah, and also there was like what, like a few. Actually, I forgot. What is the time skip between 1 and 2? It's not that much. I remember. I think it's like a month, right, or something like that. So I guess there is technically some time in between then too, where she's still part of your crew.
Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you.
Yeah, Brittany Haynes on Survivor would be interesting. It wouldn't happen, but like that'd be interesting. Oh, I just did this, didn't I? Wait.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
Who else do you have? You have Brendan on Survivor, which like I would like to see, but like I feel like it's more likely that Rachel's on Survivor. Alyssa on Survivor would be something. Should we do Shadow Broker? I guess this thing's forcing us to like do it all now. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's start it at least.
Cerberus gave me data on where to find him.
Was it 3 months? Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like a little bit of a time skip, but not like a major one. Then well, I think between like 2 and 3, it's like 6 months or something like that, right?
He's still alive.
I forgot Farron was a Drow. For some reason, I was thinking he was a Turian.
He was a friend. He helped me recover your body from the shadow.
Anyway.
Why did the Shadow Broker want my corpse?
He was going to sell you to the collectors, but Farron and I stopped.
Yeah, I think again, like I think most likely again, you got Caleb and possibly Janelle or Rachel, and then Natalie Anderson, like probably with a smaller chance, just because I don't think Big Brother's super likely to do a reality showdown sort of season. I feel like Survivor, like I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for Survivor to do it. I don't think they're going to do it soon, but I could see like I could see someday them doing a reality showdown X season, and even without reality showdown, I think there's more of a chance of like you having a random Big Brother person on Survivor than having a random Survivor person on Big Brother. He's also we've seen like Survivor have these like random celebrities here and there on Survivor, while like I feel like Big Brother for the most part tries to keep itself more self-contained. With the exception of obviously Jack we got Jeff and Jackie on Survivor. I mean obviously that's like super likely, right? I forgot they even existed. It's just hilarious to me that Jeff Weldon is one of the people that has been on multiple shows. I mean, don't piss off Frenchie. Don't like continuously like ask him things that that he doesn't want to answer. Where am I going again? Actually, I'm too fair. We don't actually need to do the mission now, do we? Because like I think it leads us to the transport hub, right? What do I want to do then? Maybe we'll do let's do the Miranda mission. I don't want to. Sucks that we have to go all the way back here. Actually, I probably could. I don't feel like it. We'll just head back.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure if I found like a rapid transport thing. Dang, I don't know if there are any on Ilium. But whatever. We'll just head back. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do here, I think we're gonna do the Miranda mission, and then we might call it a day at that point. Depending on, like, around the 3-hour mark in stream. Yeah, I mean, that'll probably be after the Miranda mission. I think we'll probably call it a day there. Yeah, I do have to get up a bit earlier tomorrow. Miranda and Kasumi, I guess. Oh yeah, I did want to get, I want to see if I can find a sniper rifle somewhere. Where's their store? Okay, there's one right there. Alright. Yeah, I do have to get up a bit earlier tomorrow. And also just in general, I came in the stream already pretty tired, so it's like, I don't want to overdo it. And it's already, 1:30 where I'm at. Okay, where's the thing that I need to...
Welcome.
Is it this one?
You look like someone
Yeah.
who needs high quality equipment. Feel free
Sure.
to look around. My
Yeah, my
store has
purple
the
and
best
green
tech
armor.
and biotic equipment on Ilium.
How do I know this stuff is any good? You're an Asari.
Yeah, fuck you, Asari.
I carry nothing but the best. I offer a money-back guarantee.
That doesn't help when I'm dead due to equipment failure. Look, I'm dropping too many credits to screw around here.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
Whatever. I don't care. Oh wait, I thought that. Wait, how do I buy shit? Oh, there we go. Browse. Okay. Is there a gun you can buy here? No. Well, that was pointless. Well, that did nothing for me. Cool. Again, where do I get a sniper from then? Like, I'm pretty sure I just naturally got one. Last time, but like this time we don't have one yet. So it's like. Was it through here? I don't know how much I'm really gonna... yeah, I'm not gonna go that far out of my way to find a sniper. Whatever. Let's just do the mission. Maybe I did buy it, because I did buy everything. Mass Effect 2, so maybe I did buy it in the store. I don't know. Slave broker. Oh yeah, we can do... I don't even care enough. Like, it's not even that interesting.
Ms. Lawson?
Here we
Glad
go.
you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana all right?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the Mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Ariana's family to the terminal instead.
Wait, what? I'm just like randomly seeing this on Twitter that Kristen Bidding complained about BB Wiki using her image, and they had to remove it. Like, that's fucking weird.
Making changes now could be dangerous.
So that's something.
Are you sure you can trust Niket?
Absolutely. He's one of my old
Which Kristen Bidding, by the way, from what I understand, is a complete lunatic like off the show.
Escort the family to the shuttle.
Is it bidding or biting? It might. I don't even know. Or bite. Who fucking cares, really?
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
Again, definitely does not seem like the most sane person in the world.
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive.
Talking about the was it the 4th boot from BB-12? The one that was in the showmance with oh fuck, okay, whatever. I picked the wrong one, but whatever. The one that was in the showmance with Hayden. She's the one that got in the fight with Rachel. Okay. The $100 cam. I don't even know how much. Yeah, I haven't like paid attention. Like, who's like asking for like ridiculous prices on a cameo at this point. Oh, you're talking about Christie. No, it's definitely not Christie. Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about. Which, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, she's asking for $100 on Cameo. I forgot Christie even existed at this point.
Put us down in that cover behind them.
Let's hope they really do want to take us alive.
Yeah, the Kirsten I'm talking about is the one that Rachel said floaters better grab a life vest too.
I got this.
Again, she was on Big Brother, what, like 10 years ago now? Actually, 11 years ago, isn't it? Is BB... Wow, BB12 is like 11 years ago. That's insane to think about.
Kidnapped. This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Tommy and Christopher Amazing Race would be amazing. I would love that. Like, really, Tommy and Chris... Like, I would have been okay if both Tommy and Chris being back for All Stars.
I'm giving you one chance to leave. That's more than most get.
Captain Inyala ordered.
Oh, it's Christy from Big, like the again. You're talking about BB23 Christy, right? Which she got COVID, or she tested positive for COVID.
So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things.
Yeah, she tested positive for COVID, and supposedly, like right after she got out, she tested negative, which is like that's a shame. Like at the end of the day, like I would rather play her on the cast anyway, so it's like I'm not really that bothered. Okay. But yeah, I am feeling like with Claire. Like, I haven't really talked much about Claire, but like I'm feeling better about Claire at this point than what I was like last week. Or like I feel like almost no one is actually targeting Claire at this point, and I feel like she is like very aware of what's going on in the game. I do think. Okay, well that was something. I do think she is lacking socially to where she doesn't have many like really personal bonds outside of Tiffany, but I do feel like she like sees, like she has a very accurate read on the game, and I think she's one of the few people that has a very accurate read on the game. The question I have is she gonna turn on Tiffany at a point? Like she did talk about Tiffany's her ride or die, but also talk about how big of a threat Tiffany was. So yeah, hopefully she knows to turn on her, but I do feel like she is interesting player right now, but yeah.
Hang on, I've got one of their radios.
Why did all of America hate? Again, you're talking about Christine, right?
I owe you an explanation.
On BB16. Christine was hated because like she, well, it was multiple things, but I believe the reason she got booed and everything is because she was like supposedly cheating on her husband.
Understand choosing to go your own way,
but
you stole a young child from her.
Overall, it was very unwarranted.
I wasn't the first one he made.
And also now it's like come out too that like her husband was like abusing her too, which is also like really depressing.
I don't know what I was. Ariana has had a normal life. I made the right decision.
Yeah, like her. Yeah, it was her flirting with Cody.
Sounds like your friend Kat might be in some trouble.
Then also like she was also like very
according to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to
not great on the live feeds, but I feel like that's not the reason why she got booed and everything though.
Let's go find Kat and Oriana.
But like she was not very popular even on like Twitter and stuff because and she was very like she was willing to target all the women and all that sort of thing too. Do I like Christine? Not really. I mean, I don't dislike Christine, like, in terms of, like, I don't, like, hate Christine or anything, but, like, I'm not, like, a massive Christine fan. Like, I was happy she went home when she did on BB16. I felt like that felt pretty satisfying in terms of, how she played the game and everything for her to get her comeuppance at that point. But again, don't think she should have been booed. Like, I think that's, like, ridiculous. That, again, like, even, okay, fuck off. Even, like, Aaron and Amanda and stuff, like, didn't get booed as much as, like, Christine. Where, I feel like they did, like, much worse than Christine did. I always found this mission really fucking weird, because, like, it's, like, the premise of this mission's really interesting. The, like, saving Miranda's sister and everything. But then, like, the actual mission itself is, like, a really boring, like, just slog of enemies as you walk around a whole bunch of, like, storage containers and everything. Like, it's really weird that, that's what this mission ends up being. As a player, I mean, like, if I'm doing, like, a BB16 player ranking, I mean, like, she's... Like, the thing about Christine is, like, Christine played very well early on. The problem is that she kind of gave up. Like, she ended up, like, siding with the detonators, which was not a good spot for her. But, like, she was pretty much in the center of the house for a good chunk of the early game there. Like, she was aligned with the bomb squad. She had detonators within that. She was also aligned with Hayden and Nicole. But she kind of... Okay, well, that's lovely. But she kind of, like, ends up siding with the detonators over Hayden and Nicole. And kind of isolates herself from them. Kind of becomes lumped in with Frankie. To where they're looked at as a duo. Despite Frankie not even being loyal to Christine at all. Like, it really, like, it's not good. Like, I don't know, like, again, I think... When we're looking at a player ranking, it's like Derek, Cody, Frankie are for sure above her. I mean, to be honest, like, she might, like, I think there's an argument for her probably being number 4, but it's like, it's still like, it's like a massive gap, though, between her and those other 3. As a character, I don't really find her that interesting. I feel like she's someone that tried to be an interesting character, but just, like, wasn't. Like, I think she tried to be, like, a snarky sort of personality, but I just never found her that entertaining.
Here we go.
Yeah, like, pretty much everyone's flirting with Cody. Like, what Amber was, I believe even, like, Brittany was. I was like, Nicole was. But then again, like, towards the end of the game, like, it's definitely, like, I'm too far towards the end of the game, there was no one else to flirt with outside of Christine. Unless you were going to flirt with Victoria, who was a virgin. But, which, by the way, I find that hilarious, too, that, like, on the show, like, Victoria is, like, a virgin, like, she's, like this really, like, portrayed as, like, really naive, innocent girl. Then, like, supposedly, like, she's, like, one of these, girls that ends up sleeping with James Ryan, which I just find kind of humorous, that, like, this girl who is, like, again, her, like, one of her main storylines on the season is, like, how, like, naive she is and everything. It's like, she just, like, loses her virginity to James Ryan, of all people. I really wish I had a sniper. This would be a good time to have a sniper. Okay. Okay, that was just terrible. Okay. Something there. Actually, I believe the game crashed on me around here last time I played, so hopefully it doesn't do it this time. If it does, then I'll just probably end stream here. Because like at that point, it's like why? Like I'm gonna end stream soon anyway. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Like that would obviously be that would obviously not be ideal if that happened. I mean, it's not bad that I mean, like it's whatever, but it's like it's just humorous that again, James Ryan, if you don't know, is like someone that's like notoriously known for having slept with like a whole bunch of women from Big Brother, and like there was a point where like he had slept with like one person from every season of Big Brother. I think like up until like BB 17, I think it was. So I mean, essentially, like he's like this womanizer, this like guy that's like sleeps with like a person from every season, and like that he like used to make that like a goal of his. What the fuck is she doing up there? So it's like it's funny that like this like girl who's like this nice sweet like virgin on the show ends up being one of these women that is like for James Ryan like just another person added to the list or whatever. I think the game's glitched, by the way. Unless, like, I'm able to kill her from here, which this is ridiculous. Okay. Yep. Alright, that worked out.
Maybe the captain knows we're listening in, and she's feeding misinformation about Niket making a switch.
How old is James Ryan? I'm pretty sure he's like 40-something at this point, right?
Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why let the thing go any faster?
If BB were to bring back the pressure cooker, who would win this season? I don't know, like, who would win a pressure cooker? Like, probably, like, maybe, like, Xavier? I don't know, like, if we're saying that, like, the pressure cooker decides the winner of the season, like,
I'm sorry, sir.
or are you just saying, like, in general? Because, like, I think we have to assume that, like, no one's throwing it. Because, like, if we're saying that, like, people are throwing it, then it's, like, I think that radically changes. But if everyone's actually trying, then, like, I could see someone like Xavier, I could see someone like a Tiffany. I think anyone that's, like, really dedicated to the game. And, like, it's, like, if someone, if they need to get their, like, whatever their agenda is done, I feel like I would have confidence in, like, those sort of people. But it's, like, if we're talking about, like, if we're talking about, like, this next coming HOH, then I feel like probably someone like, I don't know, like an Azza, or maybe like a Christian or Alyssa. But just because like I feel like they are the ones like more so gunning for it. Do I think Victoria is attractive? Yes, yes I do.
Because you wanted to leave.
I believe at the time of BB 16, to me she was probably the most attractive to me on the cast. I mean, outside like probably like Brittany, but again, Brittany was like a mother of 3, and that's obviously like considering I was like, how old was I during BB? 16.
I knew you had
I think I was like 18, right? Something like that.
Which means that you're the only
Anyway, I think like Victoria was the closest to me in age and everything, so I think I was like, she was the one that
I'm going to miss you.
I would have had a crush on at the time.
Figuratively speaking. I was tired of talking anyway. So was I. On our right!
Oh, is there more? Oh, okay, I thought that was the end. Shit. Alright. Okay, well that is lovely. Like, what the fuck? Like,
there we go.
yeah, like BB16 Nicole. I think it was like, for me it was Nicole or Victoria. Ah, shit. I mean, like, I even think, like, even now, Nicole, I don't think is, like, bad at all. Like, definitely not like my top pick if I was like, picking up Big Brother, but I mean, like, okay. But just like purely aesthetically, like I wouldn't be opposed to someone that looks like Nicole Franzel.
There could
Is
be
that
more
it?
clips notes near the shuttle. I want to make.
Alright.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, Amber's like really attractive. Like, not really my type, really.
Everyone makes mistakes.
But she's very attractive though.
Why did he make me kill him? He could have run. He could have lied about having the data stored somewhere. But he just stood there. The only loose end. He knew what I'd have to do.
Maybe he didn't think you'd have the nerve to gun him down.
No, he knew. All too well.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of like tall, like lean women. I don't even know how the fuck you fucking describe that, but like I got like talked about like Amanda Kimmel in the past. Like, not really my type. A very attractive person, but just like not really the type of girl I would normally go
It
for.
looks like we're clear. There she is. She's safe. With her family.
Janelle Nicole feud. It's a weird one. Like it's weird. Like, supposedly it stems from Amazing Race, where like Nicole and Rachel had a feud on the Amazing Race, which was really dumb to begin with. Where like it stemmed from like Rachel telling Nicole that she was being targeted, or something. I forgot exactly what the situation was. But like Rachel went to Nicole, telling her that they're being targeted by the actual Amazing Race teams, and Nicole didn't believe Rachel, and ended up voting for Rachel in the U-turn vote or something like that. I forgot exactly the situation, but either way, there was a feud between those two teams, and like Janelle is very close to Rachel and kind of sided with Rachel in that feud. Again, that's like, from what I understand, the start of everything. But yeah, I don't fully get it. Yeah, I was like more petite women, really. Yeah, like in the choice like between like Amanda and Parvati, like I would have always picked like Parvati. And like what was it, like Lauren O'Connell, I feel like is like kind of an exception to all this.
Touch me and I will smear the
Oh, I forgot we did both Lawyer's missions, didn't we? I forgot this happened. Oh fuck, what are we gonna do here? Oh no, I didn't think of this. Shit.
Won't admit what Cerberus did to me was
Oh, but
wrong.
we should have high enough Renegade, right?
It wasn't Cerberus.
To not fuck it up.
Really. But clearly you were a mistake. Screw you.
I'm pretty sure on our next playthrough, when I kill everyone, I'm gonna have the sight of Jack. But yeah, okay, we have this. So yeah, we should be good.
My opinion is the one that matters. You two, keep a deck apart at all times. She can't be trusted, Shepard. She'll jeopardize the whole mission. If we survive this, you two can tear each other apart.
And like I've talked about like Kelly Wentworth in the past. Like I think Kelly Wentworth, not really my type, like aesthetically, but like I think like personality wise, she's exactly what like I would look for.
You two gonna be okay?
It's like, and like never been a massive fan of
As long as she does her job, we'll be fine.
I don't even know. Like that may I was just what I was about to say. It just makes it sound so fucking weird. But yeah, never was into taller women personally.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help.
Do you think if Janelle won the first HOH, she would have targeted Nicole? No. I believe, wasn't she going to target Cody and Tyler? Like, I believe that's what she was going to do, right? Whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Let me know if I can do anything else.
Yeah, I believe Cody and Tyler was her initial noms.
My father has no chance at finding her family in their new location.
Which is not good for her, by the way.
But thank you, Commander.
as they're both
in large part to you.
people that were willing to work with her at that point. Yeah, you're only 5'4", 5'5". Yeah, I feel like it would be weird. Like, I feel like I would just feel weird if I was dating someone like much taller than me. I'm too fair. I'm like 5'11", so it's like it's not really like there's not many women usually that are taller than 5'11". But still, like I feel like I would even like I don't know, like 5'10" or so. I would just feel kind of weird. Like, and then more so just like kind of a personal choice, not really anything like that, like major. Like it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But like ideally, I feel like I would not go for a taller woman. But yeah. Okay, so I think what we'll do here, I think we'll just do some checkup on relationships, and then we will probably call it a day. Yeah, you're both 5'5".
Shepard.
I think we're good. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother talking to Garrus. Actually, I don't know. Do you need to talk to Garrus? I forgot. Like, how does this work with the? Like, I forgot. Do you need to like do the like just want to talk thing at least once?
Can it wait for a bit?
Oh, fuck you, Garrus. You don't even fucking want to talk to me. Fuck you.
Later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
I mean, 5'11's not even that tall. I mean, but yeah. Like, I always find it weird too when like because it's like I feel like I've gotten shorter over time. Like it's weird because like I definitely know that there was a point, or it's either that or like just everyone I surround myself with now is like taller than me. But it's like last time I checked, I was I was almost 6 foot. Like I was like 5'11", like almost at 6 foot, and then like there's someone that I was talking to, like a coworker I was talking to a few weeks ago, and like he was talking about like he's like 5'10", and like we're around the same height. And I'm like, that, like I feel like either you're wrong or like I've gotten shorter. I don't know which one it is. But whatever.
How may I help you, Commander?
Yeah, how tall is Lorne? I know Lorne O'Connell is tall. I don't know exactly how tall. Is she 5'11"?
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical.
I don't know why I'm bothering
very much
talking to this fucking
chalkwatts.
chalkwatts.
The only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Yeah, like typically, like even like my crushes from like reality TV shows and everything are typically shorter women. Again, like Lorne O'Connell is the exception because I mean it's just Lorne O'Connell. And look, like Chakwas is there. I mean, it's funny to me that like Chakwas is like one of the few characters that carries over through all 3 games and is like a crew member of yours through all 3 games. It's like even like Engineer Adams isn't here for Mass Effect 2. But for some reason he's like I don't even get why bother bringing him back for 3. I guess like there is some sort of nostalgia factor, I guess. But still, I mean, you want my height? Why not get like a surgery to like increase your height? Isn't that like something you can do?
Shepard.
Oh wait, we actually okay.
Something.
Can't wait. Yeah, fuck you, Grunt. I don't want to talk to
I don't
you.
have a lot of time right now. Can we do this later?
That is your decision. But don't wait too long, Shepard. I feel dangerous.
Too expensive? Oh wait, fuck.
Shepard.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, you actually have to talk to him. Fine, whatever.
Something is wrong, Shepard.
I mean, wouldn't you do anything for Lorne O'Connell, though?
I just want to kill something with my hands. More so than
It is funny that you see the shuttle bay here, yet you can't go there in this game, yet you can in 3. It's like, why couldn't you just go there in 2?
See? Why do that? What's wrong?
I will not tolerate outbursts on my ship. Get a hold of yourself.
I'm trying. When we're moving, knifing, fighting, there's no problem. But here, my blood makes noise. It's screaming. No past to lead me. The tank gave nothing about itching plates and losing control.
I want you in the infirmary. I can't have some Krogan disease running rampant.
There's some things you wouldn't do for Lauren O'Connell. I mean, and how much do you really need to meet Lauren O'Connell then? I mean,
We won't find someone who's seen this. Krogan my age would still be on the homeworld, Tuchanka.
we can't go right now.
But I doubt we can divert to the Krogan homeworld.
Yeah, fuck the Krogan homeworld.
I'll keep busy, but I feel dangerous.
Alright. Yeah, but then actually, now that I think about it, Edge of Extinction, I guess I technically always had a bigger crush on Victoria anyway. And like Victoria is like more so the type that I would normally go for. Should we talk to them?
You came all the way down here to see me?
No, I didn't.
For a commanding officer. I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. You two think this is all a joke?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, no.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't give up my medicine for Lauren O'Connell either.
Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually.
I feel like she looks different in this game than Mass Effect 3.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Alright, so, I guess we'll talk to Jack? We can't romance Jack, right, as FemShep? I'm pretty sure that's a thing you can't do. I don't actually take any medicine, actually. I was just trying to relate it back. I used to take, like, antidepressants, and it did not work particularly well. So I just stopped.
You don't expect.
And that was, like, even that was, like, I don't know, like, what, 5 years ago at this point? Probably more.
Everyone has to deal.
You know what? I like that. I piss and moan.
You wouldn't give up brushing your teeth or showering, so you wouldn't go on Survivor with Lauren O'Connell?
I get that.
You wouldn't go on Fans versus Favorites?
I don't want this affecting our mission.
Can't kill all that bad shit so easy, I guess. Have to live with it. Fucked up or not, the rest of the galaxy can deal.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's funny. Like, you're just a complete dick to all of the squad mates, yet they're just, like, opening up to you, and you just, like, don't give a shit.
Yes, ma'am, Commander, ma'am. Whatever. Look, seriously, though, you did something for me, and... shit. I'm not used to saying thanks. Hey.
What happens if we want to talk?
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking.
Okay, well, yeah, fuck you too, then.
I should go.
Okay, talk later.
Well, I mean, if you go on Survivor, I'm pretty sure they give you meds, right? Like, I know there's a med box and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure if you have, like medicine you need, then they give it to you. Like, obviously, if it's, like, some sort of, like, if it's not a necessity, then they won't. But it's, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if, like, just general medicine, like, the stuff that isn't, like, especially if it's, like, not, like, some sort of stimulant or anything, I'm pretty sure they'll give it to you. What is this? Oh. This looks different than in... Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. Actually, yeah, it is exactly the same, isn't it? That's so weird that they bothered to fully render the shuttle bay here, yet you can't go there in this game. But then again, you do go there in at the end, don't you, during the suicide mission? So it's like, why the fuck is even... Okay, whatever. I don't know. Like, why can't you go there then?
This area of the ship. Normandy's car. That's all for now.
Oh, Zaid.
Back for another lesson.
Sure, I'm definitely back for another lesson.
I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that.
Yeah, like Jack, it makes sense. Though it is weird that you're like a complete dick to Jack, and then she's like kind of gracious in her final statement there. But yeah, like Grunt, it makes no real sense, I guess. Like Miranda, Jacob, all these other ones. like Miranda in particular, like it makes no sense, right? Because like Miranda's is like a very cold character, and like why is she like changing her personality to become more lighthearted because of like the dick version of Shepard? It's like it makes no sense. Actually, this looks even more ridiculous that she's in her dress.
I should let you go. Talk more later.
Sure, I guess. I'm trying to think. Did we talk to... Actually, I just realized I'm a fucking idiot. I haven't done the upgrades. I need to talk to them about upgrades. So I can,
Time now, Shepard.
Wait, didn't I already do this?
I'm listening.
More. See?
Kira Krogan probably...
Whatever. I guess we'll do the neutral one.
What is this?
I want you in
let's
the
see.
infirmary. I can't have some Krogan disease running rampant.
We won't find someone who's seen this.
Okay, yeah, we did this already. So he's just doing the same shit. That's really weird that they just like restart the conversation, because I know if like Miranda and stuff, or Jacob or any of these other characters, like they just like mention like, hey, can we go to this place already? But it's like with fucking Grunt, they just like restart the conversation from the beginning.
Hey.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of resources.
That.
Can you use them to help against the collectors?
I don't think I'm pretty sure the only thing she gives you is like an upgrade for herself, which isn't helpful. But whatever. Oh wait, we do have a ship upgrade. Oh, that's mineral. That does nothing. What else do we have here? Shotgun. That's not particularly helpful. Assault rifle. That's fine. Again, like I need a sniper. Wait, what is this? Oh, reallocate. Okay, that's nothing. Weapon upgrade. Again, like I would love to get sniper rifle damage. I just don't have a fucking sniper rifle.
You want me to make those implants?
I should go.
Okay, talk later.
Okay. So what, grunts we can't do anything with right now. Yeah, so I mean, I guess we'll go back to Miranda and stuff, see if there's any upgrade. I'm pretty sure Garrus has an upgrade that we need, right? I'm pretty sure Garrus's upgrade is one that we actually need to get the best ending. Fuck, it's already 2 o'clock in the morning. I said I wanted to end stream before 2 o'clock. Ugh, whatever. Oh, yeah, we're going to end stream pretty soon. Once I'm done with talking to the crew and everything, I think we're good. Again, next stream, which probably won't be until Sunday. Again, I'm going to be pretty busy all day tomorrow. Friday, same. Well, Friday I'm not going to be busy all day, but like I'm not really going to stream there. Work Saturday. Yes, I mean, really, I could stream Saturday night if I really wanted to, but again, I think it's best to keep to the schedule of Sunday, Monday, Wednesday for now. So I think, yeah, next stream will be Sunday.
I've done business with her people before.
Like, I really wish I could, like, work, like, I think ideally I would do, like, I don't know, like, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. But the problem is that, like, Friday just isn't a great day for me.
That's a rough situation.
But, again, whatever. We'll keep Sunday, Monday, Wednesday for the short term. I would ideally like to change it up later on, but, you know, for now, we'll keep it at that. There's no one here, right? Yeah.
What's wrong?
Can you actually talk to them? No? Just listen? Okay, well, don't care. That's just the bathroom. That doesn't matter. Oh, hey, it's me, Raccoon. I'm pretty close to ending stream. Really just doing a few last-second checkups with the crew here. Yeah, I already talked through a lot of stuff pertaining to Big Brother and Survivor, Australian Survivor in particular. Okay, there we go. Normandy upgrades. Oh, does it say Normandy upgrades at the one side? Okay, I didn't even notice that there's a difference between regular upgrades and Normandy upgrades on the thing. Yeah, Thanix Cannon, that's what we need. I'm pretty sure there's at least one more upgrade we need, and I don't remember exactly which one it is. I don't think it comes from Miranda, but we might as well... Oh, maybe it does. Fuck me.
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
what we got here? Okay, that's still the same thing. What she? Wait, what did she give us then? I don't think she gave us anything. Yeah, this is the same stuff. Right? Yeah.
Whenever you have the time and resources, let me know.
Would you? Oh, whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah. I really hope we get a Brent blindside. I'm worried that someone's gonna ruin it, but again, there's no reason to ruin it. Like, again, it's gonna make great TV. They're not like Brent's not gonna be on the jury. They should know that there's not gonna be a buyback again, especially with COVID and everything. It's like, come on, just let's get the blindside. Yeah, it would be great if they say, Brittany, you are safe. Like, I mean, like, I'm really just waiting for, like, the Brent staring at Xavier. Because, like, again, like, the thing with Paulie, when Jose went home, like, Paulie was, like, staring at Jose, like, looking for his reaction. I'm hoping Brent does the same thing at Xavier, but, like, it turns out he's obviously wrong, and he ends up going home instead. Like, I'm hoping for that sort of moment here. Like, really, just in general, like if it's a blindside, this is going to be incredible. Like, it's going to be, like, one of the best blindsides in recent history, just because of, and it shouldn't be either. Like, it should be very apparent to Brent that he's going home. Like, I don't know how he's so confident. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, the fact that he thinks that, like, Xavier is doing this, like, purely on his own is completely asinine. Wait, we've got the best armor, the rest is... Did I already do this? Did I do Jacob? I don't even remember doing Jacobs. Whatever. Oh, and I did Morden. Yeah, so I'm done. Okay, and the game almost fucking crashed there. Okay. Well, that's something. Okay, I think we're done gameplay-wise for this stream. Again, we might talk for a little bit more. But yeah, I don't get how he's as cocky as he is. Like, at the point that Xavier's putting on the block, and, like, he's able to recognize, I'm not the pawn, I'm the target, but, like, for some reason he doesn't realize that, like, well, Xavier wouldn't put me up unless he had the numbers. It's like, why would he think that, like, Xavier just, like, randomly put him up, like, for, like, without securing the numbers first? It's completely ridiculous to me, that he thinks that Xavier is just, like, willing to put him up for, like, without securing things first. Okay. You know, let's just double check and see what we got here. Wait, medbay upgrade. Is that a thing? Whatever. Let's just check. Or is that just saying there's an upgrade in the medbay? Whatever. Who cares? Let's just check real quick. Oh no, there is something here. It is a medbay upgrade. Is this a thing I need? Actually, yeah, this isn't the medbay. This is the fucking this is the research lab. So I was just an idiot to begin with. I don't even remember if I need that. Whatever. I'm not gonna do it now anyway.
No messages for you.
Yeah, like I just love this entire like thing with Brent where he was like creating this plan to have like the queens make an alliance with the kings in order to like agree to vote him out. Like him thinking that he's like setting Xavier up for this like massive fall when it's like this is actually what's happening. Like you're literally just like telling them to do what they're already doing, except for that they're actually doing it. It's just hilarious to me, like this entire Brent situation. I really just hope he yeah, like I'm hoping for like a Dustin esque blindside here, where he's like just like completely gobsmacked on the way out. Actually, I guess we're gonna stick with Ilium, aren't we? Actually, I don't know. Should we do these first? Maybe we'll do these first. I think maybe we should keep Thane and. Oh no, but I wanted to do DLC. I want to do Lair of the Shadow Broker. Yeah, so yeah, we'll stick with this, I guess. We'll stick with Ilium. And I guess we'll head in there. Xavier, like I talked about this earlier in the stream. I think he's probably it's tough. Like I think there is a chance like someone like Claire targets him pretty soon. Like Claire did talk earlier today about how she would ideally want Xavier gone pre-jury, which is very soon. Like, and especially with Claire not wanting to win the next HRS. Cool, I'm still getting these messages. But yeah, with Claire saying that she doesn't want to win next HOH, that essentially means the penultimate round before the jury, which is very soon. Like, and that's within 2 weeks. But it's like, I feel like she's the only one that is doing that. Like, I feel like for the most part, he is pretty secure right now. I don't feel great about him long term. I don't feel like he's done enough, enough to really secure his position long term. I feel like he's very much relying on the cookout, which is a very fractured group at the end of the day. Like, I feel like the cookout's gonna stick together till the jury phase, but like, I just don't think they're gonna like. There's no way this group's actually getting to the final 6. Those comments target affiliates of under 200 followers. Okay. Oh wait, there's Gian. Did we even talk to?
I thought you were dead. Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably.
Yeah, it feels like I get like one of those, like one every stream, which is kind of annoying, but it's like whatever.
Novaria Internal Affairs. You screwed over my corruption investigation of Administrator Annaleus.
Which, by the way, I find it funny that I have more Twitter followers than I have Twitch followers at this point. When, like, I've never used Twitter in my entire life. Like, I go on Twitter and, like, I obviously, like, see what's going on Twitter, but, like, I don't actually use Twitter. Yeah, I have more followers on Twitter than I do on Twitch, which is insane to me.
What brings you to Ilium? You know, that you can talk about.
It's classified.
Nothing I can talk about. No offense, but Novaria was dealing with the enemy last time.
Damn, you're a hard ass. I'd forgotten that.
It's so weird that she shows up in all 3 games, yet she does, like, almost nothing
Hey, listen, I just remembered
in any of them.
I've gotta go. Talk to you later. And don't forget to drink your beer.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Whatever, we'll do it, why not? Had to leave, target saw me, couldn't recover, sorry merchant, whatever. Okay. I'm not gonna do the mission, whatever. Let's continue on. Actually, yeah, before we end stream also, I do actually want to see if I can find a sniper rifle in one of the stores over here. Yeah, I love how I said I was gonna end the stream like fucking 20 minutes ago, but whatever. That's usually the way this goes. Again, thank God I got an early start to stream though. So, oh wait, that's the no, I don't want to do that. That's the Samara mission, or is that the Thane mission? Either way, it's one of the missions. Yeah, I need this. Oh, wait, is one of these? Wait. Is there a store over here? Why does it say that there's like a... Over here, maybe? No? Okay, whatever. Whatever, we'll just continue on. Now, let's see if I can find a store that sells a sniper rifle. I still don't have one for some reason.
Goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
Memories of Ilium. Wait, is it this one?
Some of them seem dangerous.
Okay, let's see if there's something here. If there isn't, then oh fucking well. Like, I'm not gonna really go on that much further. Okay, these are all charts. Yeah, okay, so that gives us nothing. Alright, so that was a waste of time. I really want to get a rifle though before I fucking do Lair to Shadow Broker. Like, it's gonna be really annoying.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring? That's horrible.
Okay, whatever. Alright, I think we're gonna end stream. Again, been going for almost 3.5 hours when I didn't even want to go to the 3-hour mark tonight. I haven't saved in like 2.5 hours. I didn't even realize that. Actually, that's insane that, yeah, so we've played 7 hours since the, start of last stream. I guess that does make sense. Yeah. Either way. Yeah, it's actually just in general, like, how much time I've spent streaming so far is actually kind of insane to me. Like, I even, like, it really just adds up. And it is really weird. Where it's like, I think, like, so far, like, I'm on an average of, like, for the last 30 days, streaming, like, 50 hours. Which, like, that's a lot of time if you think about it. Like, 50 hours over a, 30-day period. Like, that's over 2 days. Like, that's pretty insane. But either way, yeah, so I think we're done. Again, next stream will probably be on Sunday. I don't think I'm gonna find time before that. I mean, again, like, I don't think I'll even have an opportunity to stream until Saturday, and at that point it's like, why not just wait until Sunday, where I feel like we'll have more to talk about, and yeah, it just fits with the schedule I've been going with recently. So yeah, by next time there'll be new episode of Australian Survivor South Africa, Big Brother. There'll be a lot to talk about by then. So yeah, that should be fun. Obviously, stay tuned for that. This Saturday will be my predicting Jeff Probst's favorite players from every season video. Very convoluted title, but that'll be this Saturday. Again, finally back to Survivor, which has been a while for the main channel. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'll just double check here. Yeah, I did. Okay. But yeah, either way, see you guys next time.